celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? Appreciate everybody tapping in. Hold up real quick, man. I gotta fix something real quick here, man. I appreciate everybody tapping in with the boy, though, man, for sure. Let me see. And right here. There we go. All right. Let's see. Let's get up out of here. What's happening, though, man? What's going on with everybody, man? What's up with everybody in the building? What's up with everybody in the building? I'm about to do these shout outs real quick. Let me get to this. Let's get to this, man. What's happening, man? All right, I'm back. All right, what's going on, man? Yo, we got Sodak in the building, man. Shout out Sodak in the building. You already know what time it is. He said, yo, Rap, I had the most vivid dream last night. We moved up and selected CJ Stroud at number 2. Damn, trip me out, bro. Like, hey, it could happen. Hey, we only 4 days away now? Or 5 days away? Whatever it is, man. I'm ready. I'm ready, man. I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all ready for this party, man. Cause we definitely partying, you feel me? We got Bob in the building, man. Shout out my guy Bob, man. Mr. I Wanna Mark in the building. We got Roger, man. Shout out Roger in the building. I see you. My SKOL bro in the building, man. Rich Gang. You already know what time it is, man. Shout out Mike in the building, man. I see you, Mike. Man. Vikings Nation, you already know, man. Shout out Mike in the building, man. We got AJ in the building, man. AJ, your hat on the way, my guy. Let's get it. You're going to have your hat here before the draft, bro. SKOL World, I see you. I see you in the building, man. Shout out SKOL World, man. Purple and gold for days. Got my boy Day in the building, man. You already know what time it is, man. Let's get to it, man. Listen, I added a new sound for draft night. Y'all ready? Pay attention. Here we go. Ooh, wee, boy. That's the sound we want to hear, boy. Can't wait. I can't wait, man. Shout out David in the building, man. I see you, David. In the building, man. Shout out David in the building, man. I got that for you, man. Let's get it. Man, listen, man. I can't wait for that, boy. You ready? It's going to say, the Vikings pick is in. Oh, the Vikings select with the 3rd pick in the NFL draft, Anthony Richardson. Let's go. Man, what's up, man? We got Two Evil in the building, man, with the $5 super chat already, man. Let's get it, man. He said, hey, Rap, we're drafting Wentz on Thursday. Hey, I don't give a damn. Let's draft somebody. God damn it. I want to hear this noise right here, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to hear that noise right there, baby. Let's get it, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, Two Evil, man. You always look out, man, on the super chat. Appreciate you. Penguin in the building, man. Shout out Penguin, man. We're going to play it again, man. I'm going to run this shit out tonight, man. We can't wait for that sound right there, man. Hey, appreciate Sarah. She said she got her hat, man. Let's go. SKOL in the building, man. Let's get it. Appreciate Sarah. She part of the gang. Let's go. She always been part of the gang, man. You already know what time it is, man. I'm glad you got your hat, Sarah, for sure. We got Swirling Storm Records say it's about to get lit. You already know that. Let's get it, man. We can't wait, man. We got to get our guy. You know what I'm saying? We got to get somebody spicy, man. I want it to be one of those nights, you know, where we just can't go to sleep because we just having a good old time, man. We happy. Not like last year. Like last year was, you know, last year we went to bed kind of upset. You know what I'm saying? Most of us went to bed upset. You feel me? Like, I ain't trying to do that, man. Like, I want to go to bed on Thursday night feeling good. You know what I mean? Feeling like my squad did what they were supposed to do during the draft, man. And I have faith, man. Let's make it happen, man. Shout out Swirling Storm Records in the building, though. Appreciate you tapping in with us tonight, man. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party, man. Dylan, man. I see you, Dylan, in the building, man. You already know, Dylan. Hey, Thursday's about to be lit all the way up. You already know it, Dylan. Hey, Dylan, man. Listen, this the noise we listening for, man. You know what I mean? The Vikings select. You already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Yogi, my boy Yogi in the building, man. Yogi, let's get it. Shout out Yogi, man. I see you, boy. I see you, my guy, man. Shout out Yogi in the building, man. Shout out to Yogi, man. Yogi, a big contributor to the channel, man. You already know what time it is. Shout out Yogi, man. I see you in the zone. Appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you, man. Everybody tapping in, showing love tonight, man. Let's get it. We got the whole family here. Listen, we need to make sure we like this on Thursday, man. Thursday, we got to get active. You know what I'm saying? We got to get active. Thursday, we got to get active, man. It's up. You know what I'm saying? They need us, man. The Vikings need us, man. They gonna need us Thursday. Gonna feel like the first day of school. Hey, facts. We about to be laying out our jerseys and shit. You know what I'm saying? The night before, like it's going down like that, man. It's one of them. It's one of them nights, man. You know, something just feel different about this draft. You know, so I did a poll on my channel, right? And I said, like, what quarterback's most likely to get drafted by the Vikings? Now, be realistic, all right? So I put Anthony Richardson, Hendon Hooker, Jaron Hall, or DTR. You know what I mean? Out of them four quarterbacks, man, which one do y'all really believe that the Vikings are going to draft, man? You got to be realistic with it, man. Drop it in the chat, man. Not who you want, who you think they're going to get, you know? Because we all know who we want, man. I mean, at least I know who I want. You know what I'm saying? Rich gang, for sure. Boy, I had to come up out that hoodie, boy. Getting hot up in this motherfucker talking about this draft, man. Hey, y'all see it? Y'all see the shirt tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? Repping. You know what I mean? Repping, man. Something's light, something slight. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too serious, something slight. Let's see. We got DTR, Anthony Richardson. Shout out Paul in the building. I see you, Paul. Shout out Paul in the building. I see you, my guy. Let's see. Nick in the building, man. I see you, Nick. What's happening with your boy? Let's go. We better not we better not wet the bed. Hey, facts, we better not wet the bed. We better not wet the bed, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, if we do that, Quasi gonna be on a thin, he gonna be on thin ice. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. He gonna be on thin ice. That boy cannot fuck this draft. Do not fuck this up, Quasi. Don't fuck this up, Quasi. This shit in front of you, man. Do not mess this up. You know what I'm saying? We depending on you, bruh. We depending on you. We want our videos after the draft to be good vibes, bro. Don't have me on here cursing you out and shit, bro. Like, for real, like, let's be nice. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this the right way. Let's do this the right way. Rick Sosa for quarter. Hey, for real, man. Like, Rick Sosa, man. This dude think that what's the guy? What's the little Manning kid from Texas? He thinks he's the best quarterback already, man. He's the Vikings' future already, man. Ain't never throw a football pass in college yet, but he already the best quarterback the Vikings ever had. You know what I'm saying? He the best quarterback the Vikings never had. How about that? Wouldn't it be funny if we missed our pick again? Yeah, that wouldn't be funny, too, evil. That would be crazy, bro. Like, that would be crazy. Has that happened before where we missed our pick for real? What year was that we missed our pick? We missed our pick for real. I think I did hear something about that today. We missed our pick. He don't even start right now. Hey, facts in the zone, man. This dude's a clown, bro. This dude's he can't even win the starting job where he at. He talking about he gonna be. We need to wait until then and draft Mike Tice. Oh wow, 02. Damn. So we did miss our pick in 02, 03 and 03. Wow, bro. Like, I don't even remember. That's crazy. Well, I only became a fan in 99, so that was a couple years in. I wasn't super hyped into the draft and shit either. I was still young as hell. But damn, that's crazy. Damn. That's some, but yeah, we better not do no shit like that, boy. I ain't gonna lie. We do some shit like that, boy. It's over with for Quasi, boy. His ass out the door. He better not even come to the office on damn Friday. Like, facts. Like, facts. Don't even come to the office on Friday, boy. Get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? If AR starts to fall, I hope we get aggressive. Rich gang, hey, facts. Now, listen, there's a there was a mock draft that I did a video on today that I seen with the dude Chad, where he said that there's a possibility, like if his thing is this, Anthony Richardson starts falling to like 9 or 10, we trade with the Eagles. We give up this year's 23rd pick. We give up this year's third round pick, which is number 87, and we give up next year's first round, man. I'm good with that. Like, I'm good with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't beat that value. So, like, that right there, that was the best mock I've seen so far since it's been getting close to the draft. Like, that one right there, I'm definitely good with that, bro. Like, giving up 2 firsts and a third, like, let's get it. Like, let's get it, bro. You cannot, man. That's like finding AR in the clearance rack. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. It's like getting them in the clearance rack, man. We got to get that. But to be real, I don't think it's gonna happen. I know SKOL Mafia said something earlier about that, man. He said he don't think AR is gonna fall that far. I don't think so either, man. It's hard to, but it's kind of hard to believe that he'll fall down to 10, man. I just don't see him passing like the Raiders and just some of those other teams, man. Even the Colts and shit. Like, I think they're gonna take a shot. I think they're gonna take a shot, especially like, who's the Colts quarterback? Like, I don't even think that, do the Colts have a quarterback? Who the hell the Colts quarterback, man? I know Matt Ryan. He done retire in it, or is he still on the roster? And even if he is on the roster, it don't matter. Like, I know they need a quarterback. So I don't know, man. Dante said AR isn't a top 5 quarterback in the draft. Yeah, I mean, Dante definitely grades players different though. Like, Dante has I don't know, man. That's my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he does it. He does what he does good. You know what I'm saying? But every like top player Dante thinks is not really good. It's always like the no name off brand type players. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I don't care. I think AR good. You feel me? Ain't nobody rain on my parade. I think he good. So shit, I say get him. Shout out my boy Dante now, but hey, I think he good. You feel me? Kevin Williams is one of my favorite Vikes. Not bad for missing that bit. Yeah, I remember Kevin Williams too, man. That was my boy. Hey, you got it right. One half of the Williams wall. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie though, man. Like, that mock draft right there, man, that was lit though, bro. Like, if we can make that happen, bro, it's in there. You know what I'm saying? If we can make that happen, we are in there, man. That's what we need to do. You feel me? Make that happen. Nick Foles is Indy's quarterback. Oh, damn, they got Nick Foles. Oh, yeah, they definitely a go quarterback. They definitely a draft him a quarterback then. Seahawks are a sleeper for AR. That's a fact. David got a question. He said, question, same picks to Cardinals. Same pick. Maybe send picks to Cardinals and Hunter. I would do, but not 3 firsts and Hunter. At least I hope we offer this to the Cards for Arizona or for AR. I got you. Yeah. Okay. So you're pretty much saying that you would send some picks to the Cardinals with Hunter, but not 3 firsts though. So pretty much like maybe 2 firsts and Hunter. I mean, I could see that. You know what I'm saying? I could see that too. I'm hoping he falls, but I don't think he will. You know what I mean, I don't think he will, but if he does, that'll be lit. So I agree with you, SKOL Mafia too, man. Seahawks are a sleeper for a quarterback, even though they did sign Geno Smith to a big deal. They signed him to 3 years. I feel like they can wait. Like, I do feel like the Seahawks can wait. You know what I mean? I feel like they can wait. I feel like they can. I feel like they got at least 2 years. You know what I mean, with Geno, but we'll see. Some dude on Bleacher Report the other day was all about Tank. Shout out Dylan, man. Shout out Dylan spreading the word of PPP, man, on Bleacher Report. Let's get it, man. Shout out my boy, man. He said it was on Bleacher Report the other day, was all about Tank. I told him to check out Purple Pocket Podcast. Let's get it. Hey, man, I'm big on Tank, man. I still think Tank the best wide receiver, bro, in this draft. Keep it real, man. I'm sticking to my guns, dog, until Thursday. I know obviously he's not going to get picked in the first round, but I'm going to tell you, once the season start, man, we will hear that boy's name. For real. Philly trade for 10 with Hunter for 3. No, we trade I think it was With Philly, it was this year's first, it was this year's third, which is pick 87, and then it was next year's first. So it was two firsts and a third. Like that ain't bad, David. I ain't gonna cap. That's good. That's good. Did you guys hear that Cook has a trade lined up? Hold on. Let me see what my boy is saying. Too evil has a trade lined up with an AFC team. Oh damn. I ain't hear that. That's crazy. I know that Cook gone though, man. It's like almost written in stone that he out of there. It's written in stone that he out of there, man. Shout out Juke in the building. I see you, Juke. Let's get it. My boy in the building, man. Shout out Juke, man. Tank Dale is a tiny. I knew you was gonna say something too evil, man. I knew you was gonna say something. Tank Dale is a tiny baby wide receiver that weighs less than a high school. Hey, but he a savage though, bro. Like you can't sleep, bro. Like don't sleep. I'm telling you, do not sleep, man. That boy is nice. You gotta think, man. A lot of these wide receivers in this draft are small. Like for real, most of them are small. Let's be honest. Like there really ain't no big bodies in this draft. This is a small wide receiver class. It really is. Like I thought, to be real, I thought Zay Flowers was big until I looked at him. This dude only 5'10", man. Like Zay Flowers only like 5'10", 170 or something. Like, come on, man. These dudes small, man. These dudes are small. Look at that boy, A.T. Perry. Yeah, I still, I was gonna watch him the other night in the zone, man, and I slipped up, man. I need to watch him, man. I need to make sure I go check him out today, too. I need to make sure I check him out, man. For sure, man. Cook and Hunter both played their last games as Vikings on their way to Houston Thursday. Damn. Okay. Okay, you think in Houston is what it is, and that's how we gonna get up to the number 2 spot, in it? Yeah, like Dylan too. Josh Downs only 5'9". Like I'm telling a lot of the only big receivers is the dude Wilson. Like we'll say like top 10 at least though. Yeah, because there is some taller ones. Like I know the dude from Princeton, and there's probably some other guys mixed in there too. But like the names that we know, like it's the Wilson dude from Stanford, and then A.T. Perry. I think the guy from Wheaton, the guy from West Virginia, and then Johnston, bro. Like what I know off the top of the head, most of the other ones are under 6 foot. You know what I'm saying? Most of the other ones are under 6 foot. So hold on real quick. I got Ice T, man. Dave texting me, man. He want to jump in. How tall is Hyatt, SKOL Mafia? How tall is Hyatt? Is Hyatt what Hyatt like 6'2", 6'3"? I'm gonna add Day up in here, man, so we can see what Day talking about, man. I rock with Day. Me and Day always do good. Hold up real quick, y'all. Give me a second. Y'all give me a second. Give me a second. Man, I appreciate y'all tapping in tonight, though, man. Listen, when the draft come, bro, I'm lit this week, bro. I'm grinding extra hard this week. Like straight up, we grinding extra hard this week, PPP. Y'all got to spread the word, man. Spread the word where the party at. You know what I'm saying? Spread the word where the party at. We grinding extra hard this week, bro. We gotta get this shit lit. Like for real, Triple P where it's at, man. I'm trying to come up with the games and shit we gonna play because we definitely gonna do some type of games. Oh, he's 6'2". Okay, yeah. Shit. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, 6'2". I like Hyatt too. I know you've been big on Hyatt too, SKOL, bro. You've been big on Hyatt for the longest too. Like to be real, I'll be all right with Hyatt. You know what I'm saying? I'll definitely be all right with bro. I want to see his route tree, man. Hopefully, but really, we don't need a dude that can run a crazy route tree either. We really need a dude that does what Hyatt does, to be honest with you. Like straight up, like we really just need him to go out there and run nines. Like for real. Like if you want to just keep it real. Like we got Justin Jefferson, so we ain't really looking for nobody that can run a crazy route tree. Like we just need somebody who can run nines. You know what I'm saying? Like be a deep threat. Be a deep threat. Do what you're supposed to do. Shout out Nikki in the building. I see you, Nikki, man. Shout out Nikki. Shout out Nikki. I see you. Nikki said, well, I think that the Vikings need QB, wide receiver duo for CJ Stroud and Jackson Smith and Jigma from Ohio State. And Mo Ibrahim has met with the Vikings 2 times again, and he might be the replace of Dalvin Cook. Yeah, they do like that running back, but To be honest with you, Nikki, I think that Madison's gonna be the starter for sure. I think they already locked into Madison as the starter. I think they locked into Madison, but you can never have enough running backs though. Honestly, like you want to know why? Because like I always say, you can't just replace Cook like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we can be honest with ourselves right now that Madison is not Dalvin Cook. I mean, Madison's good. I'm not trying to take away from Madison. He's good at what he does, his style, but he's not Dalvin. You know what I'm saying? It's just realistic. He's not. So you want to keep trying to hit on running backs until you get another guy that can, kind of give you the type of play that Dalvin can give you, but you don't have to pay him the money that you have to pay Dalvin. Because that's the issue we're running into right now. Is just not being able to pay him. You know what I'm saying? Because I put it like this: if we had the money, you keep Dalvin, bruh. Like you keep Dalvin, bruh. Like for real. Especially if you about to get your quarterback of the future, you keep him for 2 more years, man. You let him run 1 year with an actual quarterback that can do something. Because that boy got the shit end of the stick having to play with Kirk Cousins. Like for real. That boy wasted his prime playing for Kirk Cousins. And that's messed up. Because Dalvin a baller, dog. And Dalvin won a Super Bowl bag. And I feel bad for some of these players that had to suffer and play with Kirk Cousins. I'm gonna just keep it real, man. Like they had to play with Kirk Cousins, man. Think about it. Just think about it. Just imagine if we keep Kirk Cousins for another 3-4 years and JJ got to stay on this team with that. You know what I mean? Like, that's messed up, man. That's messed up. You know what I mean? That's punishment. You don't do that, man. So that's another reason why I feel bad for Dalvin and I would want to keep him, because it's like, damn, we're about to transition and now we got to get rid of Dalvin, man. Dalvin deserved to get that ring in purple, man, because we about to get a ring. We're getting a ring. Like the Vikings, dog, within the next 3 years, bro, we're winning a ring, bro. Like facts. Like we are going to be them. Trust me. I done said this, man. We winning a ring within 3 years, bro. With the coaches we got and shit, man. Kevin O'Connell is definitely a Super Bowl type coach. Like he's definitely that vibe. I'm telling you right now, he will hold up a Lombardi. He will. You can see it. You can feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna happen. Believe that. It is happening. It is happening. I'll switch teams if they get that stupid. Hey, for real. Hey, if they get that stupid, yeah, if they keep Kirk Cousins, yeah, I'm switching teams too. Like, hey, Roger, man, let's go ahead and pick us. I'm gonna tell you right now, hey, my other side of my family, man. So I got a couple teams to pick from. My wife's side of the family, they Kansas City Chiefs fans. So we can make it real easy and just go over there, man. If you want to come over there with me, you know what I'm saying? Or, my mom, she Jets. I don't know if I want to do that, but my stepfather, he Dolphins. We got a couple teams we can pick from, man. No, I can't never switch on my purple though, man. Even if I tried, bro, that shit wouldn't feel right, man. Ain't no way I can watch football on Sunday and not be watching my Vikings. That shit'll feel weird as hell. As much as we want to, we'll be mad as hell, Roger. I ain't gonna lie. We gonna talk. We talking crazy, but we can't do it. We can't do it. As hard as we want to, we wouldn't be able to do it. You know what I mean? We wouldn't be able to do it. Shit. First Sunday, you be trying to watch your new team. You be like, man, let me see what the Vikings doing today. For real. You already know, man. Hey, that's one thing about the Vikings, man. Once you a Vikings fan, man, ain't no switching, bro. Because for all of us in this chat, for us to be Vikings fans, for all of us, as long as we've been Vikings fans, bro, like you already know that there's something about this team that you just can't. You know what I mean? Like once you a Vikings fan, you always gonna be a Vikings fan. I ain't never heard of a Vikings fan become a Vikings fan and switch the team. That shit just don't happen. That shit don't happen. I'll switch teams if they trade out of the first. I hear you, Bob. You ain't switching no teams, man. You ain't switching no teams, man. We can't switch teams, man. It's too hard, man. It's too hard. You know what I mean? Like we got to be ride or die. We could be mad, you know what I mean? We gonna vent. Trust me. If they trade out the first, man, I'm opening the phone lines. We gonna get on here, man. We gonna curse out Quasey. We gonna curse out Kevin O'Connell, for a whole month straight until the season start, until 4 months, 5 months until the season start. We're gonna be cursing their ass out every day. You know what I'm saying? We gonna forgive them for a minute because we ain't gonna have no choice. Let me add Day in the building. Shout out Day in the building, man. We got Day in the building, man. Everybody give Day a round of applause, man. We got Ice Teasy.
Man, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing tonight?
We chilling, man. We ready. We ready for this week, man. We ready for this week to hurry up and fly by so we can go ahead and get to this draft, man. I'm ready for Thursday like a mug, but I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't know how we gonna sleep on Wednesday night because I'm just gonna be like, let's do this, let's do
I know.
this. We got all
We might as
kinds
well
of
do a
shows.
24-hour stream.
I know. I was just about to say we got all kinds of shows going on. So if you're not tapped in to Purple and Gold for Days and Purple and SKOL Media and GG Sports and Minnesota Sports Talk, hit that subscribe button. Hey y'all, I'm at 548. I'm trying to be up to 600 by draft night. Can I get
There we
a
go.
few people up in this building who don't subscribe to me to either put in the chat as to what you don't like and why you ain't subscribed yet, and I'll do better,
Yeah.
or
One of the mods, man.
hook your
Hey, one
brother
of the
up
wrench gangs.
and let me get up to 600 by the time draft night rolls
Yeah.
around. But
One of
I'm
the
gonna
wrench
drop.
gangs, man. Go grab
Yeah,
his
come on, yo.
link and drop it in the comments, man. Wrench gang, wrench gang. One of y'all,
No, but I'm gonna put
man.
up
One
a
of y'all
post
go grab it.
tonight. I'm gonna put up a post tonight that's gonna have a schedule of all the different channels that we are affiliated with and what our schedules are coming up this week. The headliner tomorrow night is Rap and I, along with Dave and Mike Castellino, are going to do the normal Tuesday night show that Dave and I normally do. We're doing it tomorrow night because I'm not available on Tuesday.
Right.
But I'm put up the post there. I'm gonna have everybody's logos up there. I'm gonna have everybody's time that they kicking it live so that you got your schedule right in front. So tap in with us all week. What's up, Nikki? How you doing? I'm tripping right now because my Wild just lost to the Dallas Stars 3-2, and the referees gave them 2 goals. But hey, it's Minnesota sports, so I shouldn't be surprised. It's not just the Vikings.
What's the Timberwolves looking like? Are they out of it? They
about to tip off. They about to tip off in about 5 minutes. They're down 3-0 to the Denver Nuggets.
Oh yeah, that's
they're
over
done.
with. 3-0. Yeah, it's done.
No, I mean, listen, when they
Denver
lost to the Lakers a week ago or whatever, I'm like, they could have beaten Memphis, and you see the Lakers are spanking Memphis right now. We could have beat Memphis.
Yeah.
I was like, we're not beating no Denver Nuggets, but
yeah,
whatever. We're not here to talk Wild or Timberwolves. We're here to talk about how the Vikings are going to crush it on Thursday. And I'll tell you what, one of 2 things is going to happen. We either going to be drunk happy that we got us our new quarterback and Anthony Richardson, CJ Stroud, or we going to be drunk, pissed as bleep that we don't trade it back and out of the first round. Those are only 2 possibilities I see. I'm being serious with you right now. They're either going to trade up or they're going to trade out the first round. There's no in between. I'm just telling you right now. That's what I'm sensing. What do you think, Rap?
Man, hey, listen, they better trade up. Shout out Yogi, man, for grabbing that, man. Appreciate you, Yogi, man. Appreciate you going and grabbing that link, man. Let me pin that thing real quick. But yeah, man, listen, I want our quarterback. I think we're already like me and Casey from GG were talking earlier today. And like he's like, bro, we're so hype about getting a quarterback that I feel like we're just gonna get heartbroken, bro. Like
pretty much.
Like,
no, I'm with you.
like, yo,
I am. We are setting ourselves up, Rap. We are.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm like, bro, it's setting up for us to just be heartbroken, man. Like for real, man. I hope not, but I feel like it's setting up for to be heartbroken, man. Like we're gonna get a trade back. And I even told him, I was like, listen, I even got this other feeling that we're gonna wind up drafting a player that none of us expect to draft. Like it's gonna be one of these things where we're gonna get like, just some guy that is good, but we just were like, yo, really? Like serious? Like this who we get, just like last year. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, man, nobody and they mama had Lewis Cine coming to the Vikings, bro. Nobody, bro. Like to be real, like I mean, I was seeing Lewis Cine being talked about, but it hit me by surprise so much that I didn't even know who Lewis Cine was when we drafted him last year, bro.
No, I didn't either. I had no idea.
And now this year, I'm a little more in tune because last year was my first. I just started doing the podcasting thing, so I was kind of behind schedule. But like, bro, I didn't even know who Lewis Cine was, bro. Like seriously, and it shocked me, man. That shit almost gave me a heart attack, man. I was like, we draft Lewis who? Like, who in the hell is this, man? What? But it made me feel like we drafted a 4th round player in the 1st round, man. I don't know why, man. It was like one of those things where it's like, okay, Quasey's gonna be this type of guy where he just gotta go against the grain, man. He just gonna think that he got some superpower where he know these players. Now turned out that once I did my research, Lewis Cine was on a lot of people's board, just not Vikings content creators, but he was on a lot of the pros that do their little mocks and shit. He was up there in the 1st round. They had him late 1st round regardless. So I think he was ranked as like the 2nd best safety. coming in or the second or third best safety coming into the draft last year. So it is what it is, man. We'll see what he does, man. Hopefully he don't piss us off though, man.
You know what though? The other thing about Lewis Cine is when you trade back from 12 to 32, and for those 2 hours, what are we saying to ourselves? Everybody trying to convince us. Thank you, David. I appreciate you for the sub. I appreciate you, David. I've been looking at you. Thank you so much for hitting me up. We was trying to convince ourselves that we actually won that trade. You know, there's all this talk about the Jimmy Johnson trade chart and these new analytic trade charts. Well, the Vikings actually won that trade. No, the hell they didn't. Okay, we lost that trade. You know, Purple Pocket and Purple and Go for Days. We gonna keep it real, and they lost that trade. Mm-hmm. So when you lose that trade, and then you go 20 picks in 2 hours, and then you get somebody you don't know. That almost worked against Lewis Cine, and that's almost kind of unfair to him too. That our expectations were just like, all right, we traded back, but we're gonna get somebody, and we don't know who the hell it is. So who knows?
Yeah, man.
So this year, I said it before. This year, Kwesi has got to give us a makeup for what he did last year in the first round.
He definitely do, man.
Trading up to get a quarterback would be that makeup. Trading back or trading out of that first round again would be like, here we go again, for real. So
like just be transparent, man, Kwesi, man. You know what I mean? Like, just give us a sign. Just let us know. I mean, I know you can't really spill it all, you know, before the draft, because you do got to keep some shit close to the vest. But I mean, try to give us a sign that you're gonna do it. I mean, I guess there has been signs already, you know, because I mean, usually main media is not talking about the Vikings getting a quarterback. It's only us that do that, you know, the independents. We always, because quarterback is the sexiest position in the league, man. Everybody want the new quarterback, the new shiny quarterback coming in. And, you know, usually main media never has us picking a quarterback like that. Like, but this year, the steam has just been picking up like crazy. I think everybody's catching on to it. I know Kwesi's seeing it. I know everybody's seeing it. Kirk's probably seeing it. His staff, his people are seeing it. So it's good. You know, it's almost like they have pressure on them to where they have to make a move. You know what I mean? It's almost like they have to get a quarterback, bro, because they know everybody's expecting it now. So we'll see, man. You know what I mean? We'll see. Draft day should be a holiday, man. Everybody, we should be off work on draft day, man. We need to start a petition, man. Like,
well, you know what though? That's the NFL trying to make as much money. The draft used to start on a Friday night and go Saturday and Sunday, so you didn't have to take off no work. You just be done with your work day on Friday. Well, then they wanted to do round one Thursday night to get it in prime time to make some more money. So that's more on the NFL trying to make as much money as they can than anything else. But it's going to be a holiday regardless, one way or the other. One way or the other, people are going to come into work.
It's definitely going to be a holiday for us. You know, we going to make it a holiday. So y'all make sure y'all in the building, man. This shit going to be better than Christmas, man. Believe that.
It is going to be entirely
I love Christmas.
Awesome. It's going to be awesome.
I love it. Let me see. Penguin said, hey, shout out Davey in the building too. I see you, Davey. He said, I'll be hammered by draft time, so I won't give a shit who we draft.
You be so hammered, you could tell him, you could go up to your boy and say, we traded up to number 1 and got Bryce Young or CJ Stroud just to mess with you. You wouldn't even know the difference. That's how much.
Yeah. Come rock with us on draft night, Davey, man. We're going to be right here.
Davey.
You know what I'm saying? So come tap in with us. Penguin said, how did some people not know what scene was on draft night? Man, that was me too. I mean, I gotta admit, I'm guilty of it. I didn't know him. Like, I just didn't. It just slipped through the cracks for me. Like, I had my eyes on a couple players, you know what I mean, that I wanted the Vikings to get, and I wasn't as detailed as I am now, so I'm a lot better now. Now, ain't no player gonna surprise. I mean, there'll be players that'll surprise me that we pick, but I'll know them though. You know what I mean? I'll definitely know them now. I'm gonna know the first 2 rounds at least. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. I'm gonna know what they about, because I done did an ass of work, man. We've been putting in work this year. You know what I mean? I've been scouting an ass of players, so I'm trying to get better at this shit. A shot for every draft pick. Let me see. First time GM, I'll give him a pass. Yes.
All right. I guess
we can give him a pass, Sarah. He just better not do it again. You can't do it again, Kwesi, man. You got to make up for something, man. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, seeing what happened to Williams with them getting, you know what I mean, suspended for the gambling and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Hey, maybe we did win the trade. I guess maybe we did win. Maybe we did win.
I'll say this. All them talk about all of those Detroit Lion fans trying to talk like they're about to take over this division. You got a bunch of knuckleheads on your team. Listen, gambling's been going on for decades.
Yeah.
It's your own fault for getting caught doing something stupid like that.
Dummies.
Okay. I mean, it's not that if you want to place a bet, you can place a bet without it being a paper trail right back to you. And
like have your mom or your cousin or somebody place the bet. Like, God damn, like you gonna use your account and your card to place the bet? Like, come on, man.
Chris Carter said it best. You gotta have a fall guy. You know what I'm saying? Chris was like, listen, I'm not going to try to tell you guys to be a bunch of choir boys. I'm going to tell you guys how to cheat the system, and you better have a fall guy. They didn't listen to Chris.
Yeah, I mean, the truth of the matter is, though, to keep it simple, is just have one of your close people's bet for you. You know what I mean? Like, that's what boxers and stuff do, like Floyd Mayweather, them. I think they can actually bet on themselves, though, in boxing and stuff like that. Right. But, you know, like, I mean, but still, yeah, use the same thing, though. Have your mom bet, have your dad bet, have somebody be like, hey, mom, go put this on.
Listen,
you know
my brother live in Vegas. If I want to place a bet, I'll call my brother, be like, hey, take some money out, and I got you. He know I'm good. Back in the day, I'm good for it.
Yeah, them
like,
boy dumb, man. Yeah. So with that being said, though, that kind of made that made Kwesi look a little better, honestly. Like, I guess when they talk about evaluating these characters, when they do their little character tests and they see what kind of person they're really dealing with, and you can say that, hey, Kwesi them knew something was up. They knew he was something about him. You know what I mean? It was just something about him. Like, see, y'all wanted to get Jameson Williams. Y'all kept talking, but me, I'm still gonna hold him to Kyle Hamilton. I don't give a damn. Fuck Jameson Williams.
That part, no question. No question.
You know what I mean? F Jameson Williams. I'm talking about Kyle Hamilton, though. Davey said, I'm leaning more and more toward Drew Sanders. He can play both linebacker and the edge. If we do lose Hunter, he's the guy I want. Yeah, I did a video on him a while ago, man. I like Drew Sanders too. He's very versatile. You know, I think as far as edge, he definitely going to have to get in the weight room a little bit and get a little bit more size, but because he's not the fastest guy in the world either. So he ain't really going to be that speed kills type guy. I think he's going to need to add a little bit more size and some power. But I mean, shit, he would be a good player though. I do like how he plays the linebacker position though. He flies around for sure. He definitely flies around. He is not scared to get dirty. I would be perfectly fine with getting Drew Sanders. If Kwesi screws this up, we will be waiting at his office. Yes. Sarah said, what even more dumb is Jameson could have just drove down the street so he's off NFL property. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking, man.
They weren't. It's as simple as that. They were not thinking. It's that simple. It's
like you know, and I'm sure, like, when you first get drafted and you have your first like week of being in the NFL as an NFL player, I'm sure they go through all of this shit with you and say, hey guys, you know, I know I shouldn't have to tell you this, but it's just part of the program. I got to tell you guys, you're not allowed to gamble. Okay, like this is one of those things where they just expect players.
That way. You should have enough brain cells to know you just made it to the NFL and you have the opportunity to make millions of dollars and set you and your family up for generations. Don't put your career in jeopardy. It's not. So you would have won a bet and you would have been won a couple $1,000s at the risk of millions of dollars. It's just has some common sense. Common sense, people.
For sure, man. Kwesi will be in witness protection if he screws this up again. That's a fact.
You ain't lying.
David said this June 1st stuff kind of a buzzkill. Yeah, I do hate the June 1st stuff with all the you know, you can't if you do stuff post June 1st and all this, man. I just wish you can just get stuff done when you can get stuff done, like now. No, I mean, like it's weird that the money is because what is that? What is June 1st? What's so special about June 1st? Is it the league year? Is that like the league year or something or what?
So here's how
I thought the league year was
when you sign a player to a contract and he has a signing bonus. That signing bonus is prorated over the course of their contract. So let's say you sign a 3-year, $90 million deal with a $30 million signing bonus. Yeah. Well, that $30 million is paid out to the player immediately, but the bonus money is spread out on a cap over the course of the contract. So it would hit $10 million per year, right? So if you cut or trade a player during the existing league year, all of that money accelerates to that year's cap. Now, if you do it after June 1st, some of it hits that year's cap and the rest of it hits the following year's cap. So as an example, if the Vikings cut, let's just say Dalvin Cook right now, and they do it before June 1st, they will save $5.8 million in salary cap space. Now, if they do it post June 1st, they will save $9 million in salary cap space. But that 3.1 that they freed up by doing it post June 1st would then hit 2024 salary cap. So the whole point of it is that it's a matter of whatever amount of dead money you have left. Sometimes it hits all of your cap in the year, and sometimes it gets chopped up between the year you're in and the following year. So that's the reason with the post June 1st nonsense, so to speak, as to, for like I said, if the Vikings do end up moving on from Dalvin Cook, which I think they will, I want them to do it prior to June 1st. I want all the dead cap hits to hit the 23 salary cap. I don't want there to be any dead money carrying over to 2024. But they may feel like, you know what, we need that extra $3 million this year. So we're going to take $3 million and put it on the next year's cap. That's the summation of June 1st, before June 1st, after June 1st, so to speak.
Oh, okay. Shout out Minnesota Vikings.
What's
I see
up,
you.
man?
I see you,
Good to see
Vikings.
you.
Let's get it. Good to see you in the building tonight. Appreciate you tapping in. Make sure you hit Thursday for the draft party. That's a fact. Make sure you in the building, man. Shout out to Day, man, the capologist with the breakdown, man. We got to give Day a round of applause for that, man. Shout out to Day with the breakdown. I mean, the capologist himself.
For nothing.
I'm telling you, man. My boy got that thing down to the science, boy. Who is Dave? Question mark. I don't. Dave disagrees. Oh, he's talking about. Oh, I see what they're doing. Talking about how you and Dave go back and forth about the salaries and all that. That's what he said. Penguin saying, "Who is Dave?" Dave's Minnesota Sports Talk.
Minnesota Sports Talk. Dave's our boy. We disagree, but that's the thing about family. You can disagree with each other and still kick it with each other. It's all
number one Kirk stand. Sarah said number one Kirk stand. We got to play it for him. Let's get it. We got to play it.
A guy's not going to win a Super Bowl ever in his life. I feel very confident about that. Kirk Cousins, not going to win a Super Bowl. Never going to happen. Never. Never, ever. So don't do him.
No, don't do
Shout out Grant, man. Shout out Grant.
Hey, I wanted to address, I don't know if did you see that article by Dustin Baker about why is it that the people that want to move off Kirk Cousins think that, he would be San Francisco's missing piece, but you don't want him for the Vikings. You see that by chance or no?
No, I didn't.
All right. Well, his summation was like, why do you want to get rid of Kirk Cousins? And you want to get rid of him so bad that you think that he could, help San Francisco get over the top. Now, I know you don't feel that way.
Absolutely
but
not.
The thought
and
process,
Dustin, hold on. We just had Dustin on Triple P, and
he
didn't feel that way either.
He's ready to move off of Kirk Cousins. I think he likes Cousins more than you and I do, and he thinks that Cousins has gotten a bad rap. I don't want to speak too much for him, but that's the impression I get. And I'm just like, no. The thing about Kirk Cousins is that, theoretically speaking, if your team is already built and he's the final piece, you have a shot. If your team isn't all the way built and you're expecting Kirk Cousins to elevate your team to that level, it's not going to happen. So that's why I have said for months that you put Kirk Cousins on San Francisco, absolutely, he could theoretically go farther with San Francisco than he could for us, because San Francisco's defense is so stacked. Their offensive line is so stacked that San Francisco has of all Kirk Cousins' weaknesses, San Francisco doesn't have those weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why, that's what in 2018 I said, I'm okay with, let's try it with Kirk Cousins, because at that time we thought we had everything else around him and he was the last piece. Turns out that didn't work out, and it happens. But having said all that, no, it's not a contradiction in terms to say that he could be the final piece for San Francisco, but that he's not our final piece, because our roster is nowhere near. Yeah, we got JJ, and JJ's better than anything they got. We know that, but our defense isn't anywhere close to what San Francisco's is. But anyway,
yeah. I ain't gonna lie, like I wanted to start doing like a new thing on here on these live shows where we go on Twitter and we comment on people's posts that be talking about the Vikings, and we evaluate what some of these people be talking about, because like some of these people bozos, man, and you know what? I be liking to troll sometimes. I ain't gonna cap to you.
You like stirring the pot.
I be liking to troll sometimes from here and there, here and there. Yeah, I mean, but man, to be real with you, man, like I love Vikings Twitter though, man. You know what I'm saying? I see PG. There's dude PG. Hold on, man. You know what? Let's just do it like this real quick, man. I gotta bring this shit up. I gotta bring it up. We're gonna
Right,
just do it like this. This is gonna
what we
be
got?
fun. Let's just make this a whole new thing we got here, man. Y'all buckle up, man. Shit finna get spicy. We finna comment too. Why we
Rick
on live? We
Sosa's
finna
daddy. Okay.
All right, so we got Rick Sosa's daddy here, man. PG, man. Shout out PG, man. You know what I mean? He says there's not an issue with loving Kirk Cousins. I love Kirk Cousins. There is an issue with loving Kirk Cousins more than the Minnesota Vikings.
Yes.
That's why we don't respect Rick and Joe. It's
Damn
not
right.
hard to concept or get. Hey, we gotta hit the like on that, man. Y'all know what I mean? Like, y'all drop a heart in the comments, man. We gotta hit the like on that. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gotta hit the like on that.
Now, who
Let's
is
see,
that?
3
Who is that?
So his name is PG, Rick Sosa's daddy.
Very
You know what I'm
sad
saying?
Vikings. Okay. All right.
Rick Sosa's daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what he said.
I'm gonna get that
Let's see what this guy says here. The Minnesota Vikings are going to select Quentin Johnston, aren't they? I'd rather take Flowers or Addison. If you put a gun to my head and force me to take a wide receiver first round, please no. I mean, I don't know, man. Does he deserve a like, or should we comment on that thing, man? Like, should we tell him about himself? Like, let's do this, man. This is actually a good little segment. This would be fun to be doing stuff like this. You know what I mean? We're gonna start going on Twitter calling people out. We're gonna start calling people out for their bullshit, or we're gonna start congratulating them and telling them how good of a take that was. You know what I mean? I know my takes be crazy. I like it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I wouldn't hate Quentin Johnson. He would certainly not be my first pick. I agree that I'd rather take Flowers. I don't know what to think of Addison. I really don't. But that's also from hearing some people that I trust that are more involved in the draft process than I am. I would definitely take Flowers, but I wouldn't be like ultra pissed off if we took Quentin Johnson. I wouldn't.
We give him a like. We give him a like. We give him a like. All right, this was from April 19th. Really, you know what? Let me go to mine. I think I follow enough people where we can see. Oh, look at there's Day. We got Day, man. See you Friday night. What's up, Day? What you got going on Friday night?
Well, that was when the Wild pretty much lost that game. Now that we know that we're gonna have a game 6 on Friday night, that's what that was.
Shout out Yogi, man. Shout out my boy Jason Witt. All right, here's Dustin Baker. Let's see. I think the Vikings draft will look something like this. Here we go. Here's something good that we can talk about. Shout out Dustin Baker too, man. All right, so Dustin Baker says we trade Houston 23, 33, and 65. Okay, so all right, so he's saying that I guess we trade pick 23 and we get 33 and 65. And then we trade with Las Vegas. We trade them 33 and we get 38 and 109. Yep. And then we make our first pick 38. We get Brian Breesy. Like, I'm gonna have to disagree. I think Brian Breesy is gonna be gone way before number 38.
Like that. I knew that.
Brian Breesy, for one, I mean, honestly, like I like the player. I just think the player's not going to be there at 38, realistically. Like Brian Breesy's not going to be there at 38. You know what I mean? That's not
probably not. No, I would agree to that. I would definitely.
Yeah, he's going in the first round. Cedric Tillman, I heard about him actually. Yes, I think that was yesterday. I heard about Cedric Tillman. Never really looked into him. I guess Tyreek Stevenson, cornerback. Henry Toto, linebacker. Dorian, so he thinks we're going quarterback. DTR, Dylan Horton, outside linebacker. See, these are all names that we never even looked at, to be honest with you. Anthony Bradford, I don't know who half of these guys are. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know who half of these guys are. You know what I'm saying? I hope the draft don't go.
Hey, everybody say hi to Shorty. This is Nora. This is my daughter.
Hold up, let me see. Let me see. What's up? How you doing?
Said, how you doing? Say, how you doing?
Good.
She do look like you. I ain't gonna lie. Your dad look like Ice-T. Can you hear?
No, she can't hear. I got my headphones.
What's up? What's up, East Coast?
She said you look like me. What's up, East Coast? How you doing?
Shout out East Coast in the building.
All right.
I see you.
All right.
Let me see. We got my boy James in the building, man.
What's up, James? How you doing?
I see James. James. Let's go.
There was a time where she wouldn't even come close to the camera if I was talking. Now she don't care.
Oh yeah, you can't. Hey, it'd be like that. You know what I mean? Nah, bro, we not trading back. Hey, look, I didn't really like that Dustin Baker thing. That's trading back too much, man. That shit there. If the draft goes like how Dustin Baker said it was gonna go right there, I would be mad. I'm gonna just keep it real. I'd be mad. You know what I'm saying? I'll be mad. Now, I ain't gonna underestimate some of those names. I'm gonna have to go look at some of them, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'd be mad. You know what I mean, I would definitely be mad if we traded back all that shit. That's too much trading back. For one, we trade back to 33 and then we trade 33 to trade back to 38 and we don't pick our first football player until pick 38. No.
You ain't
I
down with
hate
that, are you?
that. I hate that shit, bro. Like, for real. Like, why get the 38th best player in the damn draft? No, man. We need to make sure we stay in the first round and get a good football player. If we ain't trading up, then we better stay put. You feel me? Like, for real. Like, if you want to get a bunch of pick, man, trade your third round pick and get a couple fourth and fifth round picks or something. If it's about just having a bunch of football players that are going to be trying out, you know what I'm saying? Like, because that's pretty much what it's going to be. You know what I mean? Once you get to that level in the draft, that's pretty much what it's going to be. You know what I mean? It's just pretty much going to be tryouts at that point. So you might as well. I mean, if more players is what's more important to you rather than just getting one or two great players or really good players in the draft, if it's just about having a bunch of mediocre players, then just do that shit in the 5th and 6th round, man, for real. Like, straight up, man. Because I'd rather just have one fire ass player. I'm gonna keep it real, whether that's wide receiver, cornerback, whatever. I just rather have one good ass player that sells jerseys, that turns up, and we can rep them for the next 10 to 15 years. You feel me? Give me that. You know what I mean? Give me that. You know, because I like my boy Cameron Dantzler and all that, but look, he playing for somebody else now. You know, and that's the type
you ain't
of
rocking the
players
purple, we don't care about you. We do not.
Right. Right. And that's the type of players you getting in them later drafts for the most part. Like, usually 9 times out of 10, man, that's what happens. Feel me? Every once in a while you find a gem, you know, it is what it is. It happens. But in them type of players you getting, man, listen. Day 1 and 2 is where the ball is at. You better get them. You better get up on them. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Get Lance before the draft. I wish they could.
All right, let's put this out to the chat. Option A, trade up for either Richardson or Stroud. Option B, hang tight for Hooker or Levis. Option C, try to get DTR. Option D, trade for Trey Lance. So I'll ask you, which one you going with? And what's your order of preference? I'll ask it to you that way.
My order of preference is the Trey Lance. So I can't remember the numbers. So my order of preference, man, like, honestly, like, I still think that I like the Trey Lance value better because I still feel like if he wasn't to work out, and now this is saying that we get Trey Lance being that we get the trade Kirk Cousins to the 49ers too, though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay with Trey Lance coming in and being the quarterback, you know what I'm saying? But, like, my thing is this. I just like the value because if it doesn't work out, we still can go all in next year because we're not having to give up no first round picks or nothing for Trey Lance. You know what I mean? We're actually going to receive a couple picks with Kirk Cousins. Like, we're going to receive some picks for next year. So I'm okay with that, or even this year. And then it's the AR. You know what I mean? Then it's going up for AR. You feel me? Like, I'm trying to go up and get AR, and then it'll be the DTR. You know what I mean? So I don't know what A, B, and C, whatever, but that's my thing. I mean, so you let the people know how you feel. Whatever one was, get DTR. East Coast like DTR for sure.
I know. I don't dislike DTR. Let me.
Yeah, I like DTR too. I just know his chances of being a good NFL starting quarterback are slim to none. But I mean, it's a possibility though. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm willing to take the chance. You feel me? I really am. I'm willing to take the chance. Although it's like hitting the lottery, I'm willing to do it. You know, you gotta play. You gotta play to win. You feel me?
My order of preference is trade up to get Richardson or Stroud, then Trey Lance, then DTR, then Hooker Levis. I am totally out on Levis. I'll be honest with you. I just totally am out on him.
Too.
And as far as Hendon Hooker goes, yeah, if he wasn't coming off a major knee injury, I would like him a lot more. In fact, I would probably like him almost, if not the same amount as Anthony Richardson and CJ Stroud. But he is coming off an injury. And my thought process is that he's not going to be ready for 2024 because A, he's going to be recovering this whole year, and B, he's not going to be able to do the things that you do with a young quarterback, which is to sit him behind somebody and let him learn. He's not going to be able to learn as much when he's spending half his time rehabbing. So I'm just out on those two guys particularly. There's a part of me that I put Anthony Richardson, CJ Stroud ahead as my number one because there's part of me that doesn't want to rush a guy and then set him up for failure. I want a guy that we're going to be able to sit for 1 year behind Kirk. but
Right.
I'll definitely take Lance over DTR simply because even though we won't have as many years left of his rookie contract, it's also meaning we get Kirk Cousins up out of here. So that's my thought process anyway.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Like, I mean, I put it like this. If we don't get, and I'm with you. I'm out on Levis too. You know what I mean? But if we if KOC and then they like Levis and they pick Levis, we're gonna have to just have hope. But other than that, though, if we don't get one of the top three, which obviously I know we're not getting Bryce Young, you know what I mean?
No,
CJ
no
Stroud,
chance.
you got to trade up to number 2 for sure. Most likely. You know, there is a possibility he might slide to 3 or 4, and the Colts can get him, but still yet, most likely you got to trade up to 2 to get him. And then you got Anthony Richardson. We don't get one of them, then DTR is my next option. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. It's them.
Do you
or
like DTR over Lance?
No, I'm saying, like, I like the Lance, but I'm saying in the draft. Like, if we're just talking about quarterbacks in the draft. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like DTR is my next option as far as tier 2 quarterbacks. Like, if you and Levis ain't even an option for me, to keep it real with you. It ain't even an option for me. And the same thing with Hendon Hooker. Like, to me, like, I'm with you on that. Like, I just feel like him being hurt, how he's hurt, him having to sit, he's not gonna be out there practicing, none of that. He's going to be clipboarding, learning a playbook and stuff like that. And then in 2024, you know, who's to say that he's going to be ready? There's no telling when he's going to be able to play a full 100%. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I'm not with it. You feel me? I'm with DTR. I'll take DTR, but let's go get Anthony Richardson so we ain't even got to talk about none of this other shit.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Let's just be crank and crunk on Thursday.
Yeah.
half an hour into the draft, we already celebrating and popping the champagne bottles.
I seen Mel Kiper. I seen Mel Kiper talking about how he has Will Levis as his number 2 quarterback.
Stop. You know I mean? That's just stupid.
Mel Kiper Jr. has Will Levis as his number 2 quarterback.
That is just dumb.
Yeah. I was like, wow, really? Yeah. That's crazy. Will Levis is number 2 quarterback. Like, okay. I don't see that. But Rich Gang.
He's made millions and millions of dollars talking that mess. So whatever.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you, like, so Eric asks who's a real elite quarterback. For one, the obvious one we know is Patrick Mahomes. He's an elite quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Joe Burrow's definitely an elite quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a fact. Joe Burrow's an elite quarterback. That dude is something else. I mean, Josh Allen, he kind of had a little fall off last year. He was turning the ball over a lot last year in the games. But I still would say Josh Allen is an elite quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, easily. I think Lamar Jackson's an elite quarterback. I know people talk about his injuries and all, but he's still an elite quarterback as well. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. And shit, I mean, there's a couple more. I'm probably just not thinking. Jalen Hurts is an elite quarterback now. He's up in that level. We got to see, though. I do want to see one more year of Jalen Hurts, even though I'm glad he got his money. You know what I mean? I do want to see one more year. You feel me? One more year, but I don't think nothing's gonna change. I think he can play.
But that's about it. There's 3 elite quarterbacks and maybe Jalen Hurts. It's Mahomes, Burrow, and Allen. That's it. That's why I get so whatever about everybody trying to say, "Oh, there's 12 elite quarterbacks in it." There can't be. Elite means the top 1%. Okay, elite. You can't if almost half of your league is elite. Then you don't know the definition of the word elite.
Right.
Go back to Top Gun when he says you are the top 1% of your class. You are the elite. And that's okay. It's okay to not call guys like Kirk Cousins and Dak Prescott and football Fabio, Trevor Lawrence. He's not elite yet. He's not.
Yeah.
So stop it already.
Shout out Mike in the building too, man. I see you under the Mic'd Up podcast. I see you.
Get him, Mike. Get him.
Man. There you go. That's how you switch it.
There you go. All right, Mike. So now you got it. Now you got it logged into the right account. Now you can come in our chats any damn time.
Yeah, don't bring that garbage over here to Triple P, man. None of that garbage.
You know out with the old and in with the new. You know what I'm
saying? Factual. You know what I mean? But like.
No, he's looking forward to tomorrow night. He's looking forward to tomorrow night with you, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, but like, I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, like, that's why when I first came on Twitter and I was like, yo, Kirk Cousins to me is an average quarterback. Like, I just called him average. Like, I just feel like more than half the league, is average, to be real with you. Like, I didn't think it was a bad thing that I called them average, but I had people coming. I mean, the Kirk stands, boy, listen, boy, they just suited up, booted up on my ass, boy. I mean, they were going to war. You feel me? Like, average. what do you mean he's average?
Hey,
Like,
real quick, you
I'm
going on
like,
Tuesday
well,
night, right?
who, me?
Yeah, you.
Tuesday?
Are you going live Tuesday night?
I'm going
Or
live.
no?
I thought it was tomorrow. What's
It
tomorrow?
is tomorrow. I'm saying, were you doing your normal Tuesday night thing or no?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
All right, I'm putting the schedule to you. I'm gonna post this on all of our accounts, so
Oh,
everybody
you know
knows.
me, man. I ain't really got no schedule, man. I just
That's
be,
true. You just throw it up there, and then
yeah,
people
man. I
flock
just
to you.
say, man, I'm going live tonight. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Just know, hey, just know if I'm going live, it's at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, man. So y'all know, hey, just check at 9 p.m. And whatever you doing, just at wherever you at in the world, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just go check PPP, man. Make sure I ain't live. You feel me? That's just how I do it for the most part. You know what I'm saying? East Coast said average is Jimmy G. Yeah, I mean, Jimmy G, to me though, like Jimmy G's won a lot more bigger games though. You know what I mean, than Kirk Cousins for sure. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy G's won a lot more games, period. So but I do put them in the same boat though. I put
Yes, and
Jimmy
that's
G
okay.
and
People
Kirk
get so
Cousins in the same
insulted if you
boat.
put them in the same boat. The Kirk stands be like, he's so much better than Jimmy Garoppolo. He's so much better than the dude that went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, like I don't
Oh,
see how he's so much better than a
okay.
guy like and Jimmy G won. Didn't Jimmy G go like 10-0 when he was on the Patriots too?
4. It's something. I mean, it wasn't like 10. I think it was like 4 or 5 or 6, something like that.
Yeah, like he was winning on the Patriots too. Like, I mean, shit, the boy was winning football games, man. Jimmy G be winning football games. You feel me? Like, I could say that. Statistically, he's not average. Yeah, I feel you. Like statistically, he do got the stats up there in the 6 and 7 and stuff like that. But he averaged to me, man.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely averaged to me. He said it's a team sport. That's a fact too. It is a team sport.
It is, but at some point, like this is why this is something.
It is a team sport, but you know what? If it was such a team sport, everybody would just get paid the same amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody would just make the same amount of money.
But
There's
Mike, that's what his point was.
Get paid the most.
I disagree calling Kirk average, but he's good, not great. Let's not get caught up in the terminology though. That's the thing is good, not great, slightly above average. What's the difference? Not much. That's what the point was. The point is that if you tell a Kirk stand he's average, they're going to turn around and try to tell you he's elite. And it's like, okay, he's not elite. Okay?
He's top 10.
Yeah.
You know, to me, you got to have some kind of shit behind you to be top 10 rather than just saying you can throw 4,000 yards because it's a passing league, man. You know what I mean? Like that shit isn't, you know what I mean? That shit isn't like, you don't get a trophy for that shit, man. You know
hey, hold up a minute. I'm the numbers guy here, right?
But real quick though, before you do that, I always say that though, like, yes, like football is absolutely a team sport, but some things are just more important. You know what I'm saying? And that's why quarterbacks get paid the most money. You know what I mean? Because they're the quarterback on a team sport and they get paid. The salaries show that, yeah, you need 11 guys for sure. You know what I mean? But some guys just mean a little more. And the quarterback is one of them. You feel me? And that's why they get paid the big bucks. And guess what? If you ain't doing what you're supposed to do and you not taking your team over the hump, then hey, you gonna get judged like that. That's just how the team sport works. You feel me? Like it just is.
Now I gotta do some numbers here. We got 36 watching and 21 likes. Okay, who's stealing right now? Come on, y'all. Hit that like button, y'all.
Oh yeah, y'all definitely gotta hit that like button. Quit playing.
I know most of you have. Just saying. If you came on through the door where there's no cover charge, as Rep will always say, hey, just hit that like button. That's all we have.
For sure. For sure, man. Just hit the like button. Kirk can't avoid, which East Coast said, how is a dude that's top 10 every year average? Hold on. How is a dude that's top 10 every year average consistently? Cause we just feel like he average, man. Like, I don't know. He just average to me. He's an average quarterback, man. He can't win no big game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to win a big game for me. Rex Grossman went to the Super Bowl.
Okay, so did Trent Dilfer and Brad Johnson and who's a dude from Baltimore? Joe Flacco. I mean, we can
Joe Flacco won. Didn't Joe Flacco win the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Yeah, Joe Flacco won the Super Bowl.
What's percentage chance we trade up? Probably 50-50 at best. And that's probably me being I want it to happen so much that I'm saying it, that it's probably not even 50%, but I'm going to go with 50-50. I think and the reason I say 50-50 is because for years there would be like a 2% chance the Vikings could trade up and do this. And I'm saying with Kwesi and the way he's trying to do things and win things on the margin, I'm putting it up at about 50%.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I hope we trade up. I hope we trade up and get a quarterback. I ain't going to lie. Like we done with Kirk Cousins, man. Like to me, I mean, I know, like I say, the numbers and stuff, it all fluffs out, but a
And
lot of it was because we played from
he's a very
behind
good
too.
quarterback. We're not trying to say
We
he's
played from
garbage.
behind. We played from behind a lot. A lot of his stats in the past were damn sure garbage stats. I can tell you that for sure.
I mean, we're not saying that he sucks. We're not.
Nah, he don't
We're
suck.
just
Nah,
saying we
for
don't
sure.
think he can win a Super Bowl, especially not with this
Nah.
team.
Nah, he can't win no Super Bowl, and that's what my goal is as a fan. I want to win a
Yes.
Super Bowl. Like
When
for
you
real. That's
realize
the only thing that matters to me. You know what I
Right.
mean? I don't give a damn how many yards he throw, man. I want a quarterback that
Let's
got
not
that
get
ball
caught
in
up in terminology of average, above average, this is that. The bottom line is this. When I look at Kirk Cousins and Dak Prescott and Derek Carr, those guys are good quarterbacks. They're
Yeah.
better than your Andy Daltons. They're better than your Ryan Tannehills. Ryan Tannehill's the low end of this group, but they're better than Teddy Bridgewater. They're better than Tavares Jackson. But realistically, unless they fall into a stacked team, their ceiling is about the divisional round of the playoffs. And I'm done. There's no point in me running more seasons back with the Vikings when I know that this quarterback, that's his ceiling. That's what I'm saying is, yeah, in 2018, when we had what we thought was a stacked team, I disagree with Rap. Rap said he didn't want him then, and he said at the time, that's fine. I said, okay, I'm listening to this. But after 2018, when they went 8-7-1, I was just like, oh, I don't think this guy's got it. And then the next year, yeah, we won that one game in New Orleans. Congratulations. We always keep going back to that one playoff win because that's all we have.
And that's the thing. Like even Dante, he said if Kurt would have had a top 15 defense, we would have been to a Super Bowl, which we had.
You mean
twice.
like 18 and 19?
Which we had twice with him. You know
yes,
what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So we already had that. You know what I mean? We actually had top 10.
Here's the other thing.
Number 3.
And here's the other thing. Okay, so let's say that you subscribe to the theory that, well, Kirk's better now than he was back in 2018 and 19. You just assume a guy who's going to start the season at 35 years old is going to maintain this for the next 2-3 years? Because guess what? It's going to take 2 or 3 years to fix this defense to get back up to top 10, top 15. And at that point in time, Kirk Cousins isn't going to be what he is right now. And if he is,
the timing's off. Yeah,
the timing is just always off. Kirk has got to be your last piece. He can't be one of the pieces that you expect is going to elevate your team. He doesn't.
And that's what they thought in 2018. They thought, hey, we're going to bring Kirk in. He's the guy that's going to get us over the hump, not realizing that he's not that type of quarterback, man. He's a system quarterback, man. He's not a quarterback that's going to just, take over a football game. You feel me? Like, it just ain't going to happen. Like, he's just not going to do that, Having a defense. And yeah, we understand, like, having our defense was trash last year. It absolutely was, But, hey, we praised him for having the 8 comebacks. Why couldn't he do 9 though? You know what I mean? Like he was in the same position he was in the whole season when he was coming back. You feel me? Like that's the thing, man. Like I just don't get it, man. Like that shit is like, I mean, he does it. He can do it during the regular season, but then when it's playoff time, that's why he's 1-5 in playoff games. And if you look at Kirk's record against teams that are over 500, he is trash, man. Like straight up, bro. Like this dude does not. He struggles to beat teams that are over 500. And yeah, we can just say that the Vikings are the cause of all that because that was what my problem was. Is Kirk doesn't have to take any blame. Like hell nah, man. Like this dude is garbage, bro.
Now, where I will agree with some sane people is that the legitimate Kirk, we are not Kirk Cousins haters. We're
I don't hate him. I just don't want him on the team no more. I'm just done with the experiment. I'm done with the experiment.
There are people that legitimately think Kirk Cousins is straight trash, that he's garbage, and that everything is his fault. And everything is not his fault. But guess what is also true? Simultaneously and equally, you can't say that none of it is his fault either. You want to some people want to put all the blame on Kirk, and somebody want to absolve all blame from Kirk. And it's just like, no, it's both. Some of it is him, and some of it is other stuff. And at the end of the day, it is not about who has the biggest slice of the pie as to what's wrong. What it is, okay, yes, we need to fix the defense. It's a lot easier to fix the defense with a quarterback on a rookie contract than a quarterback on market value. Okay, that's one. Number 2, Number 2, Even if you got the defense to where it needs to be, I'm still not convinced you can win with him. So at that point, I'm trying to trade off a player and get value.
And you want to know the good thing is neither is Kwesi and
Thank
KOC.
you.
So we feel good about that.
That's
Neither is them.
That's the home
They
run.
even see the same thing we see now. So it's
Yes.
good. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like they know no matter what, you're not winning. Kwesi said it out of his own mouth. Like, hey, Kirk, he meets this threshold right here. He's good, but he ain't good enough, though. That's what Kwesi pretty much said in a nice way. Kirk's good, but he ain't good enough. He ain't what the hell we looking for.
And
you know
it's
what
okay
I'm
to
saying?
say
He
that
ain't
too,
what we
by the
looking
way.
for. We looking for that quarterback that can change the game. You know what I mean? Like that's the name of the game, anyways. Like you every team should want a guy that is a pet. Your Patrick Mahomes should be your standard. Tom Brady should be your standard. You should keep striking on quarterback until you land that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
You should keep striking, because here's the thing. It's about how the team is constructed, and how this team is constructed right now. It can't win a Super Bowl. So I asked myself, okay, is there a way we can construct this team with Kirk Cousins that can win us a Super Bowl? And my answer is no. Now, some people will hear me say that and say, well, you're saying Kirk's the problem. No, I'm saying how the team is configured is the problem. And part of the problem with the team configuration is him. Not all of it, but part of it. You can't get you can't get everything. And I would say the same thing if I was a fan of the Dallas Cowboys and it was Dak Prescott. I'd be saying the same daggone thing. Dak Prescott's a very good quarterback, but he just can't get you past the divisional round of the playoffs. He was the 1 seed 1 year and lost at home in the divisional round to Aaron Rodgers. Okay. And what's Dak Prescott done? He's won a couple wild card games, but that's it. And that's just the reality of the situation. It's not Dak's fault. Just like it wasn't Alex Smith's fault that the Chiefs couldn't get past the divisional round of the playoffs. It wasn't Alex Smith's fault. It was just
Dante.
reality.
Hey, Dante, you know what I want, Dante? I want Kirk Cousins to go to Jacksonville, man. I want Kirk Cousins to go to Jacksonville, man. I want you to get him in Jacksonville.
That's a good point. Let me say it like this. In 2018, when the Vikings signed Kirk Cousins, Nick Foles had just won a Super Bowl as the backup who came in for Carson Wentz, right? After 2018, Nick Foles didn't get the same amount of money that Kirk Cousins did, but he got a good chunk of change, and he went to Jacksonville, and he was garbage. If Kirk Cousins had gone to Jacksonville, the team that also was in the AFC Championship game in 2017, Jacksonville wouldn't have done anything. They wouldn't have done anything. They might have treaded water for a little bit. Maybe they don't have those 2 down years that ultimately got them Trevor Lawrence, but guess what? You put Kirk Cousins on the Jets after 2017 when he signed with us, they don't go anywhere. The Vikings, they didn't go anywhere. The Jaguars, they didn't go anywhere with Nick Foles. It is what it is. Put him on the 49ers. I'm with you, Rick.
And my thing is this: when you look at the teams that I know, Dante mentioned something earlier about most good quarterbacks don't sniff the Super Bowl.
That's true.
I mean, that is true. The Super Bowl.
Phillip Rivers never got to a Super Bowl.
I feel like the Super Bowl, obviously, other than the World Cup, is the hardest trophy to win. Like I really do feel like that. I feel like the Super Bowl is the second hardest trophy in sports to win, other than the FIFA World Cup, right? And he's right about that. But then when I also look at the landscape, though, the type of quarterback that does get close, there's a certain skill set that they obtain. You know what I mean? And that's that's the only thing. And Kirk Cousins doesn't obtain that certain skill set. Like Kirk Cousins would have been great in the early 2000s. Like his skill set, the way football was played in the early 2000s, man, like Kirk would have been fucking amazing, bro. Like this dude would have been damn near on the level. He would have been a top 3 quarterback.
Let me say it like this. I got hands down.
But the game has changed. It's evolutionized, and you look at the quarterbacks that are getting close to the Super Bowl or are winning the Super Bowl. Other than Tom Brady, because Tom Brady did win it recently with the Bucks. Matthew Stafford won, but Matthew Stafford also improvises though. Like people don't look deep into it. Matthew Stafford is an improviser, bro. He's a gunslinger. He runs around and slings the ball too. And Kirk Cousins doesn't do that. Kirk Cousins is a straight drop back, throw the ball type guy. That's it.
I've said this with Mike. Mike, if you're still in here, back me up on this. Kirk Cousins is a more talented quarterback than Troy Aikman. And if Kirk Cousins was the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys in the 90s with that offensive line, with that running back, with that wide receiving core, with that defense, absolutely Kirk Cousins wins a Super Bowl, maybe 2. Absolutely. I don't think he wins 3. I think even though he's more talented than Troy Aikman, I think Troy Aikman's a better leader. I think Troy Aikman's a better diagnoser. But It's kind of like Jimmy Johnson won 2 Super Bowls as their coach, and Barry Switzer won 1. Barry Switzer kind of just won 1 because they dragged him along. Absolutely, Kirk Cousins would have won at least 1 Super Bowl with the Dallas Cowboys on that team. But like you said, that was 20 some years ago. It's a generation later. It's 2 eras of football later. So when people want to say, "Oh, you just hate on Kirk Cousins," no, I'm just saying in this league, in this era, with these rules, he's not enough.
Yeah, the game's changed. You know what I mean? Like most of the quarterbacks that are making it now have wheels, man. Even Joe Burrow, like Joe Burrow moves around, man. Like, you know what I mean? You got to be able to improvise. That's the key word. The key word is being an improviser, man. You want to find a quarterback that if the play breaks down, they can still make something happen. Kirk Cousins is not that. I mean, that he just can't do it. I don't know what it is.
We can't do it.
I wish
enough.
he could.
He'll do it once in a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish he could. I wish he could, you know what I mean? But it's just not in his skill set, you know what I mean? And that's fine, but we shouldn't have to deal with that though. You know what I mean? Like we shouldn't have to deal with that as a fan base. It's time to move on. You know what I mean? Like he did what he did. He won a playoff game. It's over with. It's time to move on. You know what I mean? He won a playoff game in 2019. That's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get up out of there. Like for real. It's time to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just time to get an improviser, man. You know what I mean? Like we'll play it one time for the one time, man. You know,
he's a guy's not going to win a Super Bowl ever in his life. I feel very confident about that. Kirk Cousins not going to win a Super Bowl. Never going to happen. Never, ever.
Hey,
so
real quick,
don't do him.
No, don't do him. I'm gonna step out for like 10 seconds. I gotta go get me a bottle of water. Is my mouth getting dry? But here's a question I want you to think. I want you to think on, and we'll talk about it with the chat when I get back. I know your thoughts on Dalvin Cook, that you want to keep him if at all possible, but you've resigned to the fact that he's probably not going to be back on this team. I don't know if you saw my video about that contract offer that was speculated about Danielle Hunter, where it was a 4-year extension, like $92 million with $57 million guaranteed, which basically means it's a 2-year contract, and then the last 2 years don't have any guarantees on it. I want your opinion on that Danielle Hunter possibility.
Man, I like the Kirk talk better, but we'll talk.
Well, you talk Kirk for 30 seconds while I go get my drink. I'll be right back.
All right. I like the Kirk talk better, man. You know what I'm saying?
He's a guy's not going to win a Super Bowl ever in his life. I feel very confident about that. Kirk Cousins not going to win a Super Bowl. Never going to happen. Never, ever. So don't do him.
Hey, look, I'm just the messenger, man. You know what I mean? That's coming from a San Francisco fan. You feel me? A team that's built perfectly. You know what I mean? Like a team that's built perfectly. That's one of their beat writers. It's one of their main ones too. And that's how he feels about Kirk Cousins, man. Let me just play it one more time, man. For the
he's a guy's not going to win a Super Bowl ever in his life. I feel very confident about that. Kirk Cousins not going to win a Super Bowl. Never going to happen. Never, ever. So don't do him.
Like this is the thing. Kirk's never won a big game in his life. You know what I mean? Like, we talking Pee-wee, college, NFL. Like he just hasn't won a big game in his whole life. There's some people just don't got it, man. I mean, it just is what it is. Some people just don't got it. They bring bad juju with them when whatever team they go play for, they just bring it with them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So speaking on it, I promise, chat, we just gonna touch on Danielle Hunter real quick, right? And I see you, Lemmy. in the building talking your talk. Lemmy in the chat talking that talk. Let's go. But Danielle Hunter, like I said before, if you can make the money work, keep him, because I think Danielle Hunter still got a couple elite years in him. I like Danielle Hunter. Whatever we can do to keep him. I know some people disagree with how much money that is. Because what was it again? Like 57 guaranteed?
57 and a half over 4 years, whatever.
50, yeah. So
which is a lot.
That is a lot. If we can, I'll put it like this: if we can get something for Danielle Hunter on draft night, where we can move up, like if it helps us move up to get a quarterback, like get rid of him. You know what I mean? Like trade him. I'm willing to use him. I'm willing to use Cook. I'm willing to use Cousins. I'm willing to use any of those three. Zadarius. I'm willing to use what we need to use to move up. I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? Use what you got to use, Kwesi, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get it done, Kwesi. Quit playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, because Thursday right around the corner. Thursday right around the corner. Hey, like, you know what's crazy is they probably have their envelope right on their desk right now, and they know there's probably like 3 players on there. And you know what I mean? We're talking right now on this live. Everybody's in the chat right now. We having a good time right now. And guess what? Kwesi, they have the envelope on their desk right now where they know there's probably 3 players on a list, and One of those three are about to be a Viking in the next couple days. And we hoping it's who? Rich Gang. Let's go.
What's up, Eric? Good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, man. Good to see everybody in the chat, man. I know I probably missed some people that snuck in, man. You know what I'm saying? We too busy. You know, once we start the curb session, man. Shout out to East Coast. East Coast want to start the curb session. You know what I mean? It's always the non-Vikings fans that want us to keep Kirk Cousins. You know what I mean? How damn ironic is that? You know what I mean? Like, let's play this shit one more time.
Guy's not going to win a Super Bowl ever in his life. I feel very confident about that. Kirk Cousins not going to win a Super Bowl. Never going to happen. Never, ever. So
don't do him.
Don't do him.
You know what I'm saying? We just ready for this, man. We just waiting for this on Thursday, man. You know what I mean? Make sure you tap in. The Vikings select Anthony Richardson, number 15 from the Florida Gators. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we hoping for, man. Let's keep it real, man. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. And I know Eric, man. Shout out Eric, man. Eric, I know you like Kirk for the most part, you know, but hey, we still love you, bro. Like, for sure. We still love you.
No, we still love everybody. There's only two people we don't love, and we all know who that is.
Yeah, there's only two people we don't love, man.
We love everybody.
Whether you like Kirk or you don't, man, it's all love at Triple P, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, this chat might get spicy for you. You know what I mean? Like, the Triple P chat probably get spicy for the Kirk stands, but you know what? It's still all love, man. We still love you. You know, you always welcome. Hey, stand on what. My thing is this. I'm a firm believer in stand on what you stand on. You feel me? So, like, if you feel like Kirk is the dude, and hey, rep that. You know, don't let anybody change your mind, because that's what I don't like. I don't like when people, you know, change their mind just because somebody said something. Like, stand on what you stand on, because that's how you represent. You feel me? Like me. I don't give a damn what nobody talking about, bro. I don't want Kirk Cousins, and nobody can change my mind. Nobody. I don't give a damn if Kirk come knock on my door and cut my grass for me. He still ain't gonna be my favorite football player. You feel me? I'm gonna be like, appreciate you cutting the grass, Kirk, but hey, you know your ass out of you know your ass out of there, right? You know your ass out of there, right? Yeah, appreciate that, but you know your ass going, right? Yeah, we're gonna get our boy. Hey, but for real, man. Hey, but you got, let me see. Hold on, let me read East Coast real quick, man. Let me see. But you guys say Kirk Cousins isn't good because he can't win games and never been to a Super Bowl, but has he had good teams where we defend Josh Allen? I'm confused.
Okay, I'll take that. That's a good point.
Get on.
I said this. Josh Allen, he had a 3-year window when he was coming off his rookie contract. Just like we talking right now about Jalen Hurts. Everybody said, well, we'll see how good Jalen Hurts is now that he's not on his rookie contract and he starts losing players. That's a very fair point. But Josh Allen, here's the thing. He didn't get to a Super Bowl because of Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow. Who did Kirk Cousins lose to in the playoffs? Jimmy Garoppolo, who everybody wants to say is not as good as Kirk Cousins. And who else did Kirk Cousins lose to in the playoffs? Daniel Jones. Okay. So, yes, I feel you on your point, East Coast, and it's a valid point.
And Josh Allen went toe-to-toe.
Yeah, but let's look at the reasons why Allen hasn't gotten there and the reasons why Kirk hasn't got there. And if you want to say that they're in the same league, I'm sorry. Now, I get it. You're right. Josh Allen does get – and that's a point that SK has made a couple times during the season about how Josh Allen doesn't take some of the heat that Kirk Cousins does. That's fine. Yeah. But when you look at you got to look at the context behind it too. Josh Allen should have been in that Super Bowl, but for that ridiculous 10-second drive that Patrick Mahomes went on. And after that, I'm just saying that we got to look at some of the context behind it too. That's all.
Yeah. And thank you. Shout out Papa Sora, man. I see you in the building, man. I know you on East Coast, man. Hey, shout out them fellas, man. But let me say this, Papa, though. This is something about this right here. Our defense did let up 300 yards. We did, you know, yes, but
we didn't even talk about the defense.
But my thing is this, though, right? Like, our defense did that all year, and we went 13-4. Our defense did that all year. There was nothing different about the home wild card game against the New York Giants that were a 9-win football team or an 8-win football team. They were like 8 or 9-win football team. There was no difference on what they did than what any other team did, you know. And the truth of the matter is this: Kirk had the ball in his hands with what was there, like 2 minutes and some change, 3 minutes and some change,
something like that. Yeah, something like that.
He had the ball in his hands, down by one possession. like down by one, like he's been all year that he's came back and he was 8-0 and everybody was praising him, Kirk O'Chains. Oh, and even me as a Vikings fan, I felt so confident when I said, look at this shit. We down by 7.
He's going to do it again.
Kirk got the ball in his hands, bro.
I'm going to have to go live and be like, he did it.
Like, bro, we finna go tie this game up and we might go for 2 and just go ahead and end these motherfuckers.
They absolutely would have gone for 2. I'm telling you that.
And guess what? Kirk did exactly what he's known to do. He choked in the biggest moment and checked down on a 4th down, a 4th and 8. He checked down. Like, there's no excuse. The defense has nothing to do with what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is my problem. My problem is if we were down by 2 or 3 touchdowns and we say, hey, the defense let up this many yards and, you know, Kirk had a bad game. It's like, okay, it is what it is. You know, there was no chance to win the game. But guess what? Kirk was in a position to win the football game with plenty of time on the clock, and he chose to check it down on 4th and season. 4th in your season on the line, bruh. And we can blame it on the offensive line didn't block, but that's the problem with it is there's always a reason. And that's what we're sick of. Like, there's always a reason, like every year. Like this next year, there's going to be another reason. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, yo, like, let's just get a new guy and we can start blaming him if he does the same shit. But let's just give us somebody else to blame, though. You know what I mean? Like, we're tired of blaming Kirk at this point. So, you know what I mean? It'll work out for him, too. I know he's probably sick of it. Hey, shout out Derek in the building. Hold on, let me do this super chat real quick.
Yeah, super.
I thought I did. Hold on, it was a sticker. Oh yeah, okay. Derek with the sticker. Right. Appreciate it. Appreciate the sticker, Derek. Appreciate the $20 sticker, man. All love. Make sure you're here Thursday for sure. Appreciate that. Let me see, man. Let me make sure, man. Because I ain't gonna lie, like East Coast and Papa, they want to argue tonight. You know what I mean? So we really should tap them in because I'm in the mood, man. I mean, we really should tap y'all in, man. That's what we should do. That's what we should do. You know, because I'm really tired of reading the chats at this moment. Like, I really want to just argue now. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I really want to argue. Let me see. Josh also threw a pass in the end zone in double coverage against the Vikings. He did do that. He did do that. I ain't gonna lie, he did do that. But but this is my thing, man. Are we seriously gonna compare Josh Allen to Kirk? Like, are we really doing it? Are we talking about that though? Like, do y'all want the link? Y'all want me to send y'all the link, Papa, and East Coast, man? Y'all want to get on here, man? Let's make this show entertaining as a motherfucker, man. I'm down. You know what I'm saying? You know R.A.P.Z. down. You know what I'm saying? Like, are we really gonna compare Josh Allen to Kirk Cousins? That's what we're gonna do. Because I wanna do that, and I want to see. Y'all got to convince me, man. Y'all got to convince me how y'all believe Kirk Cousins is better than Josh Allen. I got to hear this. You know what I'm saying? Like, please. Send the link. Hey, they're my boys, though, man. You know what I mean? They're my boys. They're my boys, regardless. That's what this shit about, though, man. I mean, I just know that, like, typing in the chat gets that shit when you trying to argue, that shit get annoying to me too. I'd rather just join. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather just join. It makes it easier when you can talk, for sure. Let's see, 4-4 in the playoffs versus 1-5 in the playoffs. I mean, yeah, like, and to me, like Josh Allen, man, like Josh Allen's on a whole nother level, bro. Like, and I feel like the whole sports world knows that. You know what I mean, like, that's no secret. Like, that's why he gets talked about being in the MVP race every single year for the past couple of years, because he's like that. You know what I mean? He puts his team on his back, like, for sure, on his back.
But see, that's the thing about Josh Allen. He's the reason the team wins or loses. If it's the Vikings, it's Kirk Cousins is the reason they won, and the defense is the reason they lost.
Mm-hmm. And you can say Josh Allen had an elbow injury, so that's why he didn't play that good last year. I mean, like, that's what they would do with Kirk. They would make an excuse like that.
How about this?
He had the elbow injury. That's why.
I got one for you. If Kirk Cousins got the Vikings to an NFC Championship game and they lost 41 donut the way Dante did, you think they'd be blaming Kirk, or you think they'd be blaming the defense for getting up 41 points? I don't remember any of these same Viking fans coming to Dante's rescue saying, well, that defense was trash that game. It wasn't nothing he could have done. He didn't even get onto the field until they were down 14 points. What we'd be hearing is Dante had Randy and Chris Carter and Robert Smith and a great offensive line, and he couldn't put up but 0 points.
Yeah.
We'd be talking about how all year the Vikings offense carried that defense, but in the NFC Championship game, they didn't score a single point. It's not, I mean, yeah, the defense was utter trash that game. But guess what? So was the offense. It was both sides of the house. Okay. But if it was Kirk Cousins, who the other team got the ball first, they score a touchdown, and then we fumbled the ensuing kickoff, and then they score another touchdown, and Kirk Cousins had to come onto the field down 14 points, it wouldn't matter how the rest of the game played out. Kirk Cousins could not accept any blame for that getting on the field down 14. It's not his fault. He didn't even touch the ball until he was down 14 points. That's what we'd hear.
I'm coming. Oh, East Coast coming back from a wedding. Which should I still appreciate you, East Coast.
Hey, East Coast gonna be on with Gigi tomorrow before our show.
I already know you would, bro. I already know East Coast. East Coast would definitely tap in. I know my boy like me. He won't argue. You know what I'm saying? Hey, because he confident though. That's what it's supposed. That's what you supposed to be. You got to be confident when you're doing this shit. You feel me? You got to be. I'm super confident that. What we not gonna do is compare Kirk Cousins to Josh Allen. I'm super confident on that. You know what I mean? And I don't think that's what you're doing, East Coast. I know you really ain't doing that. I know you're making points about Josh Allen, you know, having a bad season and shit, but I know you ain't saying he's better than Kirk. I mean, Kirk better than him, though. You know what I mean? I know you ain't doing that. You know football way too much to be doing some shit like that. I know that for a fact. We should be blaming both defense and Kirk. I don't know why people can't blame both.
We do. I do.
Shout out to you in the chat, man. Appreciate you tapping in. Let's go. We about to do it right now. We're about to do it right now for you. This is the thing. Like, we know the defense is bad, but we also were 13-4. You feel me? With the same defense that played. You feel me? The same exact defense won 13 games. Kirk Cousins was 8-0. I just went through this. 8-0. You feel me? 8-0 when it was time to be 9-0 in the same exact position that he's been in. You know what I mean? He decided to crumble, man. That's the problem. You know, like that's the main issue is he decided to crumble. You know, and then we're also talking about a guy that's been in the NFL for how many years? This is what, year 11 or 12? He's about to be on 12. He's about to be, this year will be year 12. Year 12, you know what I'm saying? Like, what has Kirk Cousins won in 12 years of being in the NFL? Now, I know he didn't start his first year, I guess they said, right? So we can just say 11. So it's like, come on, man, you got one playoff win. How are you a top 10 quarterback or even an elite quarterback if you got one playoff win? Listen, you're talking when you're comparing the Josh Allens, the Jalen Hurts, the Joe Burrows, like these guys already have like 5 playoff wins already. You know what I mean? And they just got in the league 5 years ago. You know what I mean? Like this shit is way different, man. We're having a way different conversation. Like, trust me, and I'm a Vikings fan, bro. We're not about to sit here and act like our team just be trash all the time, bro. Like we're one of the most winningest franchises in the National Football League. So let's not even do us like that. You feel me? Like, let's not do us like that, man. Let's give the Vikings a little bit of credit here. You feel me? Like, I feel like if we had a different type quarterback, man, we would get to that game. That's all I'm saying. For sure. You know what I mean? Like, we tend to not want to give the Vikings the credit on being one of the most winningest franchises in the NFL history. You know what I mean? Like, and this is before Kirk Cousins. You know what I'm saying? Like, believe that. The defense is absolute garbage, and Kirk isn't simply not good enough to win a Super Bowl with it unless you surround him with the perfect system and a team like San Fran. Okay, that's what we're talking about. Okay, so I'm confused. I'm confused. I thought you was coming on here for the smoke and was trying to say that we tripping for thinking Kirk's not a good quarterback and he can get us to the game. But you're logical. I like it. That's how we feel too, though. But but only thing I disagree with is I don't even think he can win with San Francisco. You want to know why? I'm going to play this right here for you since you're here. This is from San Francisco's top beat writer right here, man. You want to hear what they think about Kirk Cousins? This is what they think about Kirk Cousins.
He's a guy's not going to win a Super Bowl ever in his life. I feel very confident about that. Kirk Cousins not going to win a Super Bowl. Never going to happen. Never, ever. So don't do him.
Facts, man. Shout out Grant, man. You know what I mean? Shout out Grant over there putting in work. East Coast said, I'm not arguing. I'm making a point that we are moving the goalposts for one QB and not the other. Hey, that's true, though. Hey, but for real, East Coast, do the video, though, man. I know you said you was going to do a video comparing the two because I want to see that shit for real. Like, that's the good thing about East Coast, though. He'll knock out some content about the shit, though. For real, we can go over there and watch that motherfucker. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Dante, I'm not changing my mind. Even after your video, I'm not changing my mind. I'm not changing my mind, bro. It's gonna be hard for me to say that Kirk Cousins is better than Josh Allen, bro. I mean, that to me, like, I just can't do it, man. Because if I say that, I'm gonna have to say that he's better than Joe Burrow and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. And I just can't do it. To me, it's like, unless you say he's the best quarterback in the NFL, like, there's no right answer, bro. And I just can't do it. I just can't fix my mouth to do it. I'm sorry. I just don't think he's that good. I don't. I think his numbers are good, but I think his numbers are also like Max Kellerman said it the best. Max Kellerman said that Kirk Cousins is a empty calorie quarterback, bro. Like that was the best thing. You know what I mean? Like that was one of the best terms I've heard about Kirk. He's an empty calorie quarterback. Like he gets you all the stats you motherfucking want in a quarterback, bro. But when it matters, it just be that one game in the season. You know what I mean? It just be that one game. I mean, the regular season, he gonna ball out. He gonna do his damn thing. You feel me? He gonna do his damn thing, boy. But once you hit the playoffs, boy, that boy just turned into somebody that you just don't want as your quarterback. You know what I mean? And some people are like that, bro. Like that's the thing. That's not really hard to understand is that, you know, some people aren't good under pressure. You know, they're good the whole way until it gets to that game that matters. And then they kind of fold up. You know what I mean? Like, if we're talking about basketball, let's talk about a player like James Harden. He's one of those ones.
Somebody had that in the chat earlier. Like Chris Paul was another good example.
Chris Paul, another good example. Regular season, savages. MVP candidates, this, that, and the third. Get in the playoffs when it matters now the pressure's on and you got to win. It's like, shit, bro. Like, ooh-wee. You know what I mean? Ooh-wee. And I know Josh Allen, at the end of the day, like, that game that he played against the Chiefs, bro, that was a hell of a game, dog. The two quarterback, like Kirk would have never, man. Those two dudes scored touchdowns within 30 seconds, scored 2 touchdowns.
They were throwing haymakers at each other.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a hell of a football game. And I felt bad for Josh Allen. And they changed the rule behind that shit. You feel me? Like, that's how you know those were two team players throwing haymakers, man. You know what I mean? Like, that, I mean, shit, I love that shit, man. You know what I mean? But it's all good, though. Let's see. Hold on, bro. Don't talk about my PG James Harden. Hey, I'm just saying, bro, you know James Harden like to fold in the playoffs, man. You know it's true, man. You know what I mean? We ain't speaking nothing but facts. You know that boy like to fold in the playoffs, man. 16 minutes ago, Rick put Kirk as the #1 NFC quarterback. Really?
Dude, take it out of your mouth and come up for air for 5 minutes, Rick. Jesus. Oh, my God. All right, whatever. See, hey, I just posted on my community tab here, and I linked you on there. Why don't you retweet that or, you know, share that or whatever you do. So it's got tomorrow's schedule with everybody on there, and I got it.
Yeah, you cannot want Kirk, but trading up to get a QB this year is weird to me when you have a glaring issue elsewhere. Yeah, that is. I mean, we do have an issue. We do have an issue. Go ahead, Dave. I'll let you
okay.
talk to him.
Yes, we have more than one issue on this team. Do you think it's easier to fix all of the issues that we have with a quarterback making market value or a quarterback on a rookie contract? That's number one. Number two, it goes back to what I said about ceilings and what I've said about floors. With Kirk Cousins, you know what your expected range of outcomes is. Your expected range of outcomes are you're never going to be lower than 7 wins, which is a good thing because with some quarterbacks, you could end up with 3 wins or 5 wins. Kirk Cousins is going to get you 7, 8, 9 wins minimum. And this year, all right, he tapped out and got 13. That's great. But you also know that Kirk Cousins isn't getting you any farther than the divisional round of the playoffs. So by taking a rookie quarterback like an Anthony Richardson or a CJ Stroud or this quarterback, that quarterback, whatever, you're right. They could have a floor of 4 or 5 wins, but they also could have a ceiling past the divisional round of the playoffs. And what people like us are saying is we're sick of being stuck in that middle where we're playing it safe all the time, where, yeah, we might be worse for a year or two with quarterback X not named Kirk Cousins, but we also at some point might be able to push past and maybe win a Super Bowl. And I'm willing to take that risk. And so if I'm doing that, plus I have a quarterback on a rookie contract, it's going to be easier for me to rebuild the other areas of weakness on my team. Guess what? My interior offensive line might not be as big a weakness with quarterback Anthony Richardson as an example than it is with Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins has always had issues with his centers and guards, whether it was with Washington or with the Minnesota Vikings. People want to say, well, the Vikings have never put an offensive line in front of Kirk Cousins that's worth a darn, and neither did the Washington football team. Maybe it's because there's just an inherent weakness with Kirk Cousins as your quarterback that your guards and centers are going to be problems because he's a statue. So the point of it is that, yes, it's like the girl analogy I've used. Yeah, we got a nice 6, and I'm done with the nice 6. I'm going to try for an 8 or a 9, and I might get a 3 or a 4, but I'm done with this comfortable 6. This 6 is nice. It really is nice.
Or you can just get the top model of Victoria's Secret, Sarah, right there. You know what I mean? Just call it a day. You know what I'm saying? Just call it a day, man. Shout out Sarah. Shout out Sarah in the building. You know what I mean? You just do that. You know what I'm saying?
Did Rick really say that, or is he just playing right now? Did he really say that?
Oh, I believe he really said that. I believe he really. Listen, you're not a real. Listen, I'm sorry, y'all. You're not a real Vikings fan if you ain't blocked from Rick Sosa. Yes. You know, you got to work harder. You know what I mean? Like, if you ain't blocked, like, then something ain't right. You know what I mean? You ain't trolling hard enough. You know what I mean? You got to just disagree. Just say no. Kirk Cousins is the second best, and he'll block you. You know what I mean? That's all. It's that simple. Let's see. Matt said build up draft capital and go for Drake May in 24. Okay. Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, like Drake May, I like that, man. And shout out to you, Matt, for tapping in. I haven't seen your name in the chat with us, but welcome to the family. You feel me? Welcome to the family. Make sure you tapping in more, man, for sure. But I like Drake May. You know what I mean? He's like my third on my quarterbacks coming in next year, but I do like Drake May. I think he reminds me of Trevor Lawrence. He looks like Trevor Lawrence, if you ask me. Just because he's tall and shit and he can move around a little bit. But, you know, to me, I want to get our quarterback this year, though, Matt. Like, yes. I'm trying to do this year. You know, I'm tired of the wait till next year. We've been waiting till next year since 2012. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just do it now. You know what I'm saying? For real. And let's not take anybody's leftovers like Kirk Cousins. We took goddamn Kirk Cousins from Washington. Let's not take anybody's leftovers unless it's Trey Lance, because Trey Lance would be a leftover. You know what I mean? Trying hard not to rebuttal people about college players that suck. Hey, word East Coast, man. Hey, shout out East Coast the other night. I know he was coming at people, man, about y'all thinking these players are good. I told East Coast, man, like, listen, bro, not everybody knows about these players like you. Not everybody studies these players like you do, man. These people be fans, man. You know what I mean? It's like liking your favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, it just is what it is, man. Them boy they don't be looking deep into it like that. You know, I'm not a fan of Drake May. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a huge fan of Drake May either, though. I know there's a lot of people that are, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I watched a little bit of his film a couple weeks ago. That was probably like a month ago. I like Jordan Travis better. Coming from East Coast school, man, Florida State. You know what I mean? I think Jordan Travis has more upside than Drake May. Now, I don't think he's super elite, but I think I got to see how he plays this season. I think everything's on the line on how these guys play this season too, though. You know what I mean? We got to see what they do. You know what I mean? Because like SKOL Mafia said, what if Drake May breaks his leg and hasn't? I mean, just never know. You know what I mean? Things happen in college, and you kind of got to wait until it's draft season, man, and see what these guys are. Make sure they're healthy and all that good shit. So that's why you got to just get your guy now. Because let's say the Vikings are sitting back saying, okay, we're going to wait till next year and get Drake May. We're going to just wait till next year and get Drake May, and Drake May breaks his leg. You know what I mean? Then what? Then what's your plan? You know what I mean? So that's why it's just good to make your
what happens to
the
Caleb? What's the dude? Not a Caleb Evans, the other quarterback, the number one quarterback next year. I'm tripping right now.
Who's Caleb Williams?
Caleb Williams. I keep saying a Caleb Evans. If Caleb Williams breaks his leg, then what?
Yeah.
Matt Leinart come out 1 year earlier was better than he was after going back for his last year.
Yeah.
Let's just remember that. And yeah, it's possible that sometimes a guy does need to go back to school for one more year and he would end up being a lot better. And sometimes they go back to school and they're not as good the next year coming out.
True.
So let's
True. Just like some guys should stay in school one more year and you know what I mean? And it'll benefit them and they come out too early. You know what I mean? I think East Coast said something about that with Zach Wilson. He said he felt like Zach Wilson should have went back one more year and played. Probably would have benefited him instead of coming out too early. You know what I mean? So, hey, Bo Nix. Papa got Bo Nix. I do like Bo Nix, though. Now, y'all put me on Bo Nix. I like Bo Nix, too. I ain't gonna lie. Bo Nix is a savage. He definitely is a savage. I watch Bo Nix. Bo Nix, he like that. For real. He definitely like that. I ain't gonna lie. He like that. Some Yogi said he said shits and giggles. I watched Tanner film today. Yeah, bro. Like, listen, Tanner McKee, man. Like, I'm just all the way out on him, bro. We better not. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm totally out on him.
Bro, you better get DTR before you get Tanner McKee, bro. If you draft Tanner McKee, bro, I'm gonna be shitting. Like, I ain't gonna lie, we going live right after the draft. Talk about that shit. Which that probably ain't gonna happen until like if we do that, it probably ain't gonna happen until like day 3. But still, I'm gonna be mad as hell if we get Tanner McKee, bro. We better not. We better not. You know. Let's see. Dylan said you dislike when people say these players are good by saying they're dogs. That's what I'm referring to. Yeah, East Coast just that's just his scouting side coming out of him, Dylan, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told him, man, we fans, man. You know what I mean? We ain't looking in all these percentages and all that shit, man. We like who we like, man. Just like we don't like Kirk. Fuck them stats. We don't like Kirk. Shout out Jim. Shout out Jim in the building, man. I see you, Jim. Appreciate you. I would either AR or Stroud. Yeah, there's a possibility, you know, Stroud. I mean, I seen somewhere the Texans might be looking into they're also one of the people that are looking into your boy Trey Lance. So they're willing to trade, they're willing to trade out of the second spot, they said. So, you know what I mean? So hey, we can move up to number 2. Move up to number 2. It's gonna cost a pretty penny. We can move up to number 2.
Would you be down if they traded 3 first-round picks and Danielle Hunter to get up to 2 or 3? Would you be down with that, or do you think that's too much?
3 first rounds and Danielle?
Oh, yeah. Danielle Hunter, this year's first, 24's first, 25's first.
No, I feel like we should only have to. I feel like we shouldn't have to trade Danielle if we're gonna give up 3. If we're gonna give up 3 first-round picks, man, we shouldn't have to give up Danielle. You know what I mean? Like, I think we should be able to keep Danielle Hunter. I don't know, but I mean, like to be honest with you though, Dave, man, you know how it is right now. Like, I'm willing to do whatever the hell we got to do to move up to get one of these guys, though. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I'm willing to do, man. I'm willing to take the chance this year, man. Like, pull the trigger. You know what I mean? Like, don't drag your feet. That's all I'm saying, man. Because when you drag your feet and you second guess your decision, that's when bad things happen. That's why I say, man, just do it. You feel me? Like Nike, man, just do it. Like, don't think too hard about it. Trade back and take Tennessee quarterback. Okay, Dean, you like Hendon Hooker. There's people that like Hendon Hooker. Make it 2 first rounds in Danielle. Yeah, I'll do that. 2 first rounds in Danielle. I'll do 2 first rounds in Danielle. That sounds better. We need Lance to go to the Texans. Hey, exactly, Yogi. Like that. That's what needs to happen. Like the Texans need to be willing to trade out of number 2 because they're gonna get Lance, and they'll just make a defensive pick with number 12. Because they got 2 and 12, bro. What a hell of a damn first round for them. Yeah. They get 2 good-ass football players. Dilly said Vikings are going to move up to number 2 and draft Levis. Boy, if they do that, I'm going to be mad.
Oh, my gosh. I will break my headphones. I won't just toss them down. I will break my headphones if that's the case. What Yogi just tweeted at me. Hold on.
Yeah, Derek said then he falls. Hold on. CJ might fall like Fields did. Yeah. I don't know. I think people are higher on CJ Stroud than they were on Justin Fields, though. Like, for real. I think.
Yeah, if it's Danielle Hunter this year's first and next year's first to get up to 2 or 3, I run so fast and do that deal.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah, for sure. I'm telling you, I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like that either, Dilly, man. If we do that, I'm gonna be mad as hell, bro. To get him, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Brady Quinn. Hey, what are you talking about, Brady Quinn? I remember wasn't Brady Quinn like a number 1 draft pick?
He was or number he went
10.
in the first round, but he slid.
I mean, he was like number 10.
He was that dude that was in the green room for forever. And every time another pick went off the board, they put the camera in his face, him being all disappointed. He was a guy.
Yeah, I remember
he was supposed to be like top 5.
Notre
top
Dame.
10.
Yeah, Notre Dame guy. Yeah. He's the one that blamed CJ Stroud. That's what they're talking about too. He said CJ Stroud talking about how his character issues because he didn't show up to the Manning camp. He stiffed him or whatever. Like, man, get out of here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? George
go to
said,
the weekend, that's fine, but that doesn't mean you're obligated to. Stop it already.
exactly. We will not give up so much capital. Minnesota will not do anything like you folks are talking about regarding a quarterback.
You're probably right, George, but we can dream,
right.
damn it.
You probably are right, though, honestly.
Probably are.
You probably are.
We don't disagree. We're just hoping.
We definitely hoping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we definitely hoping. Like, we would love if they do. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? We would love if they do. Because I feel like that's what needs to be done. You know what I mean? Regardless if we think it's gonna happen, it's what needs to be done.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You know, the defense, like, yeah, and that's the thing, man. We had problems with the defense last year, but a lot of it was the coaching. I don't think it was the personnel. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like we had good personnel on the team last year, man. It was the coaching. Donna Shell, man. Like, Ed Donna Shell straight ruined this shit. Like, the chances of you being worse than the year before you had to damn near, like, you had to try so hard, man. You know what I mean? And he accomplished it. And that to me, like, now we got Brian Flores and we have personnel, man. I think our personnel is good. I mean, so, like, we can add a couple players in the draft and I think we're gonna be better. And adding Byron Murphy, Davenport, we already added some pieces, man. I think we're gonna be decent. You know what I mean, I don't think the defense is going to be as bad as we think it's going to be. You know, I know last year traumatized us, though, but I think it was coaching. I think a lot of it was coaching last year, for sure. You know, let's just stay mediocre forever. The only problem about trading up for a QB, the defense won't get the talent infusion it badly needs in this draft. Yeah, but that's what I was just saying, though. Like, we got a bunch of defensive players in last draft. We still got Lewis Seen, we got to see. We got Andrew Booth Jr. We got to see, Asamoah's. He's on the come up. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we most likely we're going to have Daniil Hunter. I don't know about Zadarius Smith, what they're going to do with that. But, I mean, shit, we got personnel, man. Byron Murphy, big splash pickup this offseason. So, I mean, shit, what are we really stressing about with the defense? I think we have the personnel.
Corners.
And we added Brian Flores. But we do need some corners, but you can add some depth. I mean, they brought in the boy from what's his name? Yeah, New England.
Juwan.
Yeah, Joe Juwan Williams. Yeah.
I'll say this, though. Let's say, for example, we don't trade up to get our quarterback. Are we going to be tripping if they take a cornerback for a quarterback? Are we going to be tripping if they stay at 23 and take another cornerback like they always do? Because that would be so Vikings for us to do all this talking about a quarterback and then take another defensive back. What you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, the only cornerback that I would take in this draft, like, to be real, in the first round, that I feel like first round worthy is Witherspoon, bro. Like, and I called that shit months ago on my channel. You can go back and see. Like, that guy right there is. I did a video 3 months ago about Witherspoon, 2-3 months ago. So, like, Witherspoon is the dude. Like, he's the number one cornerback in this draft, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, his film says it all. The way he plays, man, just says it all. You know what I mean? And to me, like, he's the only guy worth it to me, and he's not going to be there. You know, he's going to be a top 10 pick for sure. You know, so, like, other than that, like, if we stay at 23 and we wind up getting one of Emmanuel Forbes or something like that, I mean, it's going to be a disappointment. You know what I mean? Because I'd rather go get a quarterback.
If it was Jerry Porter Jr., I could listen to that maybe.
Yeah.
And that's a big maybe. Hey, Dilly, what you talking about where you said you're hearing we're moving up for a quarterback, but not Anthony Richardson? Where'd you hear that? What's the scoop on that?
Hey, y'all make sure I hit that like button, man. We got 40 people. We got 41 people. We just have 45 people in the building, man. We only got 31 likes, man. Y'all make sure you hit that like button if y'all coming in. Wipe your feet at the dinner. Hit the like button. It's free. Make sure you hit the like button so we can get more people in the building. You know what I mean? Like, you got to practice for Thursday. Like, if y'all going to be watching, you know what I mean? You got to hit the like button. Got the like button.
Here's what y'all need to do for us. Here's what y'all need to do. After the show tonight, go to all 5 channels. Find the link is already up. Hit the like button now for us, if you could, please, so that the algorithm's got a few days to churn up and see that, oh, look at that. It's on multiple channels, but it's already got 50 likes on it, so that it gets pushed out there on the channels on that night. So if you could, please, go to all the channels, Purple Pocket Podcast, Purple Go for Days, Purple School Media, GG Sports, as well as Minnesota Sports Talk, because that link for Thursday is already live. You can leave a couple comments in there if you want, because that'll get the algorithm going too. So if y'all got a minute at the end of the show, Hit the like buttons on all the channels. And hey, I'm one away from 550. Who's gonna be 550 for me? I'm at 549. Who's gonna hook me up at 550?
Go get him, man. The link's tagged in the link is pinned in the comments, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my boy. Get him to 550. I know there's one person in here that ain't subscribed to Purple and Gold. Hey Al, I seen you too, Al. Shout out Al in the building. I see you, man. I love when I see new names in the building, man. Welcome to the chat. You feel me? He said, hey, I'm telling you, Jordan Addison is the best receiver in this class, hands down. Him and Jefferson would be legend. I think Jordan Addison has a lot of similarities to Jefferson too, believe it or not. Like, for real, I think they're very similar type wide receivers. So you're right about that. I do like Addison. You know what I'm saying? I like Addison. I think I would be a lot happier taking a wide receiver at 23 than a cornerback. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, like, at the end of the day, hey, people were on me for saying that Andrew Booth Jr. is a bust already, and I don't think he's good. And they're like, well, you got to give him a chance. And then, okay, well, that's cool then. So if that's the case, then we don't need cornerback. We still got a draft pick that we drafted last year that didn't get to play yet. So let's just hope that he stays healthy and we put him out there. Let's see. Maybe he's the next best thing. Never know. You know what I mean? Maybe he's the next best thing. So shit, let's get a wide receiver then. For real. Let's get a wide receiver. Hey, Matt said done. So shit, he got you. You at 550 now. You should be at 550. No CBs in the first. Hey, facts. We ain't getting no CBs in the first, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody in the building, man. We got 45 people in the building, man. I'll make sure hit that like button. The ones who ain't hit that like button, man. Don't steal from the community, man. Know what I mean? Don't steal, man. Be a good citizen, man. Be a law-abiding citizen. You know what I'm saying? He said, Al, I agree. Yeah, Jordan Addison he's a savage. I do like Jordan Addison. I think he's really good. My brother, that's Broncos fan, saw my hat the other day and said it was sick. Thought I'd let you know. People around notice how dope the hat is. Hey, appreciate it, Dylan. Appreciate that, man. For sure. Appreciate that. You already know, man. Shout out to Dylan, man. Purple Gang official. You know what I mean? Sarah done got her hat official now. AJ hat on the way. I shipped that thing out yesterday, so you already know what time it is, AJ. You gonna have your shit before the draft, man. You definitely gonna have your hat before the draft. Let's go. It should be there tomorrow or Tuesday for sure. Hey AJ, when I seen your address though, I'm like, dang, boy, you surrounded by the rivals. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna throw out where you live, but I mean, shit, I'm kind of letting people know right now. But you surrounded by the rivals, ain't you? You gotta hold it down out there, boy.
You ain't lying. Where's
you
he
gotta
at?
hold it down out there, AJ. He in Wisconsin, so I know that boy gotta hold it down, boy. That boy gotta hold it down.
I'm sorry, AJ. My ex-in-laws, my used to be in-laws from Wisconsin. Those were some fun family trips, let me tell you. It was me and about 20 Packer fans all sitting there once, and I always had to get into some stuff with them. But it was good. It was good fun. Don't get me wrong, but I feel for you, man. I feel it for you.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I hit the wrong.
What you watching over there, man?
No, I'm trying to hit these like buttons on you, man.
East Coast said, I don't think JJ and Addison play the same. Addison is a better blocker, and he doesn't have the takeaway speed downfield. He's a great intermediate, short yardage route running receiver. Yeah, see, I think we need, and that's the thing. Then, if that's the case, I think we need to go somewhere else then, because I feel like we need a deep threat. Because JJ does that. You want somebody that's what JJ good at.
You want somebody to complement JJ. You don't want somebody. I mean, you would take somebody who would be like him, but you're really more interested in a compliment to him. And
we need somebody who can get the safeties out the way.
Yeah. Yes,
somebody who can move the safeties for sure.
As Randy Moss said, throw the ball deep, take the top off the defense. Remember that
video?
Remember that video somebody did with him in the robot voice all the time? That was
facts. Because we didn't have that last year, man, with Adam Thielen and KJ Osborne. Like, come on.
All due respect to KJ Osborne, who is definitely a quality wide receiver.
Yeah, he's a quality wide receiver, but he ain't running no 9 route. He definitely ain't running no 9 route.
But
you know what I mean? Absolutely. He said, yeah, bro, I'm surrounded by these Packers fans at work and at the bar. Shit's wild. I live in Green Bay, 10 minutes from the stadium. Damn, boy. Hold it down out there for the purple, though, man.
You ain't
Shout
lying,
out AJ holding it down for us out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, for real. You got to step in that purple, though. You know what I mean? Tell them, boy, that you know what. For real, man. We ain't care what they talking about. We got.
I'll say this, though, AJ. It's going to be fun for you at some point, though, because they've had a Hall of Fame quarterback for 30 years. They ain't going to have one for a while.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be able to.
You'll be able to pop your tags soon enough when Aaron Rodgers is gone.
Davey said, I'm in Eagles territory. Yeah, we don't like the Eagles,
oh,
man.
my
for
gosh.
Sure.
Now, I really feel bad for that guy. I'm sorry.
Definitely don't like the Eagles.
I am sorry, man.
Yeah, David, but hey, you still got a rep up there, man. We got you back. You know what I mean? We got you back. You feel me? And that's another thing. People are like, man, I don't want to trade up with the Eagles. But I'm like, shit, hey, if they willing to give us that 10th pick, and
that's what it's. I understand that point. I do. Because you're right. Think about it. If you had to give up, this year's first round pick, next year's first round pick, I'm certainly not trading Danielle Huntington them if I have a choice, because that would make them ridiculous.
Yeah.
But if that's what it took to get Anthony Richardson, that's what it takes. It's just like if we had to trade up to number 6 with Detroit, and we had to give up 2 firsts or 3 firsts, I don't care. Yeah. You're not going to care if whoever your quarterback hits. You're not going to care at that point. You're going to say thank you to that team. Be like, thank you. Just like Buffalo. Guess what? Buffalo gave Kansas City Patrick Mahomes.
Facts.
You think the Chiefs care that one of their biggest rivals in the conference right now helped them? Nope.
Facts. Anyway. Davey said we need speed. Speed kills. That's a fact. That's why Jalen Hyatt is an option too. But I like Tank Dell, man. I'm gonna just say it over and over again, man. Tank Dell's my boy.
Jalen Hyatt to me is like a one-trick pony. What do you think of that? Jalen Hyatt to me just seems like he's got one thing.
He does. Yeah, he does. That's what I said. That's the only thing about Jalen Hyatt is just, his route tree is like, I don't know, man. His highlights, his film, obviously he's doing some other routes, but it's not really good. Like his route tree isn't really good. But his highlights are all go balls. But he is burning motherfuckers though. I'm gonna tell you that. He damn sure fast. You know what I mean? He reminds me of Deshaun Jackson. Like when Deshaun Jackson was just, they just bomb the ball downfield and he down there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he remind me of. We need Perry, A.T. Perry. I like A.T. Perry. Booth does need reps and playing time. He absolutely does.
Yes.
He absolutely does. Quasi made it a point that we still have a lot of draft picks from last year that didn't get time. So, we got to look at it like the players we add this year, we're adding them to last year's draft class too, because our first round pick didn't even get to play in the season. So, you know what I mean? Like, well, what? He got hurt in what? What week was that?
It was the London game. So that would have been like week 4?
Week 4 or something, yeah. So,
yeah.
I mean, like, but he wasn't really on defense playing like that. So I mean, we still got draft picks from last year that we got to see what they do, man. We saw what a Caleb Evans can do somewhat, and then he suffered his concussions, which is a dangerous injury because he suffered 2 of them. But you know what I'm saying? We'll see though. We'll see. We kind of know what we got in Asamoah. We kind of know he's a savage. See what he talking about. Everybody thought he was too small. This, that, and the third. He proven himself now. Hello from Southwest Minnesota. Appreciate you, dang Southwest Minnesota. Let's get it. Southwest Minnesota in the building.
We're in Southwest. I'm in Rochester. I'm in Southeast. Where in Southwest, Dane, are you at?
He said, question, guys. Does Thielen go into the Vikes Ring of Honor after this playing day? Yes. Absolutely.
Without question.
Absolutely.
He's
and Triple P gonna always have his jersey hanging. You see it. I got the 19 back there. I rep Thielen, man. That's my boy.
I feel your Pipestone, Dane. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you. Yeah, no, Thielen, let me put it like this. He's definitely like top 7 wide receiver in the history of the franchise. I mean, I will go Randy Moss, Chris Carter, and Anthony Carter is my top 3. Ahmad Rashad is at number 4, Sammy White number 5, Jake Reed number 6, and then you got Thielen, Diggs, and Jefferson at 7, 8, 9. Obviously, Jefferson is probably going to move up that board, probably catch up with Carter, and Moss. Jefferson will definitely be top 4 when it's all said and done if he stays healthy. But no, Thielen, absolutely. The day he retires, that next season he needs to go up in the Ring of Honor. I'm not retiring his jersey, but Ring of Honor, absolutely.
Hold up. I think Jefferson going to be like number 2. I just can't put him over Randy Moss, but I think
I'm just saying. I'm where he ends up. I'm saying he could pass the Carters, but I'm just saying, just projecting out right now. I don't put. See, some people are already like, no, Justin Jefferson's already right. He's already passed Anthony Carter and Chris Carter. He has not passed him yet. Let's not get crazy.
Gene Washington.
I'm sorry, my bad. You're right, Davey. Change Gene Washington too. So I'll put Gene Washington probably above Jake Reed. So Gene Washington will take slot 6. You're right. My fault.
Timothy said
Timothy
Jalen Hyatt only started 1 year at Tennessee, so maybe his best football is ahead of him. Hey, that's true too.
That
is true too. I mean, he definitely can play football. Like that's one thing like you can see that he can play wide receiver. He can catch. You know what I mean? Like, and he got the speed. So I mean, hey, I don't think you would lose taking a shot on him. I don't really think it's called taking a shot on a guy like him. I think you're getting a wide receiver that's versatile, that you can use even as a gadget player, run sweeps and reverses. Like with that speed like that, man, you got to be able to use a guy like that. You know what I mean? Like you'll find somewhere for that motherfucker to play. For real.
You better.
You better. Yeah, you know, hey, you fast like that, you gonna find your way somewhere in the NFL, man. You got to.
Somebody ought to know how to use that, dude.
Somebody know how to use them, man. But man, listen, man, we about to get up out of here, man. We've been on 2 hours, man. No, but hey, but we going hard all week, man. Remember, Thursday, be here. What, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time?
7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Yep.
So y'all be here, man. We want the pack house, man. You know, we have 45 people in the building tonight at the highest peak, man. Let's get it to like 55,
that's on one channel.
60. You know what I mean? Let's get it to like 65, 70, 75. Spread the word. You know, let's have the building pack. We're going to have drinks. We're going to have a game we're going to play, man. I'm trying to figure out some stuff now. We definitely going to be doing it, man. We're going to be having some fun, man. You know what I mean? So I appreciate Al, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you tapping in tonight with us for sure. You know, all the new people that came through for sure, man. Appreciate it, man. You know how we do at Triple P, man. Let's blow this horn. And then we just going to do this one more time, though, before we get out of here, man. You know what I mean? One more time. Ready? Let's just play this.
He's a guy's not going to win a Super Bowl ever in his life. I feel very confident about that. Kirk Cousins, not going to win a Super Bowl. Never going to happen. Never. Never, ever. So don't do him.
And then one more time, man. This is what we want to hear on Thursday. Ready? Want to hear this?
Yes. You gonna play that all night, aren't you?
The Vikings select Anthony Richardson. Yeah, we can do Vikings trivia. Yeah, we'll do Vikings trivia or something, man. We'll figure some stuff out, man. I'm gonna talk in the group chat that we got, man, and see if we can figure some stuff out.
So I gotta ask Yogi a question. Yogi ended up being 550. Are you telling me, Yogi, that you wasn't subscribed to me before tonight, or did you dip out and let other people come back in so that you could be number 550? Because I don't got no prizes either way. I'm just like, I swore Yogi was already subbed to me. But hey, if y'all don't subscribe to Purple and Gopher Days, hit me up after the show. I appreciate y'all. Nothing but love for y'all, as well as Purple and SKOL Media, Minnesota Sports Talk, and GG Sports. Yeah, Yogi's laughing. Okay, yeah, that's
shout out Yogi, man. Shout out.
But Yogi is like the graphics art designer of all graphics art.
Man, Yogi more than just that, man. Yogi the truth.
He be hooking it up. He just sent me a mock draft that he did as the Houston Texans, and we got who did we end up getting? Well, we traded up to the number 2 pick, so I'm assuming we got either Stroud.
If y'all ain't following Yogi on Twitter, man, Vikings Twitter, man, you're doing yourself a disservice, man. Yeah, that's a fact, man. I mean, he said, "Are you going to StreamYard?"
As well as our Twitter pages, I put out the schedule for tomorrow. That's got every affiliation that we are with. That's got shows going on tomorrow night. So you don't have to go looking around. You can just go to my Twitter page or to my Facebook community page or Raps community page, and they're all right there for you. Beautiful music.
Yeah, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all, man. We love y'all. We'll see y'all on Thursday. Well, you'll see it before Thursday, but Thursday,
tomorrow night we're gonna be on our channel. Be on my channel.
You're gonna see us all week.
8 o'clock. You'll see us.
Let's get it, man. SKOL Vikes, baby. Let's go.
Have a good night.